From the StreamYard Studios on YouTube, this is Jeopnerdy. And here's your host, John DeMarco.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Jeopardy. We're glad you can make it. And with us, as always, is our co-host, Professor Brainy Specs.
Wow, it feels like I haven't been here in a long time, John.
Indeed, it has. It's been a long road getting from there to here.
Indeed. But I'm glad we're here now.
Exactly. So I'll say a quick hello to everyone who's in the chat, and we'll get started on our first game. Patrick was in here earlier, advising everyone to do their homework. That's always a good idea. And I also would like to thank Patrick for the support he provided for this stream. Very grateful. Say hello also to Professor. We said that already, of course, but welcome also to Mercer Create, Kapla, Brother Prey 5. Greetings to Omnicast, our returning champion. Sure we'll be seeing him soon. See who else is joining us before the stream. Welcome, Jay. Glad you could make it. Greetings also to Brad Wolf. Good to see you, sir. Welcome, Mikey. Greetings to Mike Richards from Columbus, Ohio. Always good to see you. Yes, Brad, that was a special intro for Mr. Vice President, although I don't see him yet. Hopefully, we'll be seeing him later. But now I think that's covered, everybody. And let's bring up our first three contestants for round one. We'll start with our reigning champion, Omnicast, and his first two challengers, which will be Cinnabon and Bird of Prey 5.
Kapla.
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 Champion, you will refer to me as my correct name.
Hello, everybody.
I don't know. It says Cinnabon Bunny on your label.
Indeed it does.
How's it going?
It's going good.
Good.
It's good to see everyone.
Yes.
Much better after I crush you tonight.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh. So, let's do this.
Wow. You all got quiet. Bird, you're
waiting
ultra quiet.
to ascend to the championship.
You're waiting to ascend?
Waiting to ascend to the championship.
Aha, I see.
I will not allow it.
Trying
You three
to
are ready then, are you?
Let's do it.
decode in this last minute rigging.
Oh, here we go with the rigging.
Oh,
Here we go.
brother.
Here we go.
Well,
I've been
before
ready for 81
flames,
weeks.
let's play
The fix is in.
Jeopnerdy.
Our first category tonight is Enterprise D references in DS9. I'm going to be asking you to identify an episode. Next are N and O species.
Would never guess that, John.
Indeed. Who did they play in Voyager? I'll show you a picture of a character from a different series. You tell me their Voyager role.
And welcome, Thomas.
Thanks. The Wounded.
Mm.
And finally, Anagrams, Klingons.
Bird, you should do well in that category. Maybe. But it is Omnicast as returning champion's turn.
Let's do the wounded for 300.
Captain Picard ordered that this information about the Phoenix should be relayed to a Cardassian warship, but the Phoenix still destroyed the warship easily.
What are the prefix codes?
That would be correct.
A
Very
softball
good.
question for 300.
Yeah.
Good test.
Be able to dismantle the shields.
Cinnabon?
I will take. We will take the wounded for 400.
You got the daily double off the
1,000.
bat. And you're betting 1,000, the maximum you can bet. All right, for 1,000.
Maxwell and O'Brien reminisced about Will Caden, who went by this nickname, remembering how he always used to sing The Minstrel Boy.
Oh no. What was his name? It wasn't Smiley, because that was O'Brien. It was the Minstrel Boy. So he was probably called the Beta Bitch.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect.
What?
It was Stumpy.
Good old Stumpy.
That's
That was a
Cardassian
softball
for
question for
beta
a
bitch.
daily double. You should have got it. All right, Mr. Bird of Prey 5. It's your turn.
World. Let's do the wounded for 200.
Captain Maxwell lost his family during the infamous Cardassian attack on the outpost on this planet.
What?
That would be Setlik. 3.14 minus the point. Setlik 3. What is Setlik 3?
That is correct.
Well
Which
done,
is
Bird.
Barry Pie.
Got even more claims. All right, Omnicast, it's back to you.
Let's do the wounded for 5.
This admiral confirmed that the Phoenix had attacked the Cardassians and ordered the Enterprise to track down Captain Maxwell.
Who is Admiral Hayden?
That's right.
Hayden.
Good job.
Voyager for 500.
Voyager for 500.
It's a very old man. Or is it the woman you want me to guess?
It's the guy.
Are you sure you don't want me to identify her profile?
Not this time.
I do not remember.
Bird of Prey 5.
Nope. Fast.
Omnicast.
He played several roles. I know he was also in DS9. I'm not going to risk it. Pass.
On Voyager, he played Viorsa, who is the old guy from The Thaw.
Right. He played Kira's father, too, in DS9.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Bird of Prey
That guy
5 is your turn.
Ensign?
What was that?
Was that old guy an ensign in that picture?
I doubt it. I wasn't looking at his rank that closely.
Let's do Enterprise D references for 200.
I was sorry to hear about the Enterprise. She was a good ship.
You want the episode name or
Yep.
Yeah, yes, the episode.
what is Way of the Warrior?
That is correct.
Boo.
Nice job, Bird. Omnicast, it is your turn.
Let's finish up the Wounded for 100.
In this individual's own words, it's not that he hated Cardassians, but that he hated what he became because of them.
Who is Chief Miles Edward O'Brien?
That's right.
Welcome, multi-gunman, to the chat. And hello, Mr. VP.
Hello,
Greetings.
Mikey.
And Cinnabon, it's your turn.
Emissary
both
for
are good,
100. I mean, Enterprise D references.
Sir, the Enterprise hailed us again. Captain Picard is waiting to see you.
I would guess that would be the emissary. What is?
That's right.
Good job, Cinnabon. Bird of Prey 5, it's your turn.
Let's do references for 300.
I have a sense of humor. On the Enterprise, I was considered to be quite amusing.
Must have been one dull ship or something like that. The episode, them and Dax, they're on the runabout. Fuck. Pass.
Omnicast.
I can't remember that. He's right. I remember the episode, the Risa one, but I don't remember the name of it. What is let he who is without sin?
That is incorrect.
Yeah.
Cinnabon.
Cast the first stone or something.
That is
Change of
actually
guard.
correct.
Guess that. Damn it, I should've.
Oh, yeah. Same runabout, different episode.
All right, Omnicast, it's your turn.
I'm going to stay away from anagrams. Let's do N and
Oh,
O
come on.
species for 300. No.
The NX-01 was raided by members of this species during the early stages of the mission in the Delphic Expanse.
It's a good episode, too. I don't remember the name of the species. Pass.
Cinnabon.
Haha, the non-canon species.
Non-canon.
I will pass.
Bird of Prey 5.
Pass.
Oh.
They're the
Oh,
Osarians.
Osarian. It's a great episode, too.
Non-canon species. That starts with N.
Cinnabon, it's your turn.
Klingon anagrams for 100. Chang.
Fro.
Oh, what? Worf. Oh, who is Worf?
That's right.
It's spelled backwards.
And it was, indeed.
It was... That was barely an anagram.
Bird of Prey 5.
Okay, let's do anagrams for 200.
Are you sure? You know how you are with these Klingon clues.
Yeah, you know what? Let's
Chang. It's going to be
Let's-
Chang. Do it.
Do it.
Up to you,
do-
Bird.
Well, I wonder if I shouldn't go for higher.
Up to you, Bird.
Let's do 300.
Anagrams?
You know what? Let's go ahead and just do
Pick one, Bird. Pick one.
anagrams for 400.
Craggle.
Oh, uh, Gilka. Who is Gilka? Who is Grilka?
There you go.
You got it, Bird. Omnicast.
Let's do. Who do they play in Voyager for 200?
Oh boy.
Who is the Borg Queen?
That is correct.
Got a good game going here.
Voyager
Cinnabon.
400. Oh, come on. Pass.
Bird of Prey 5.
He looks like the guy who played Chaotic, but I don't know. Pass.
Omnicast.
He played. You need his name or just the character? I mean,
A general description would be
he
enough.
was the Vulcan master who oversaw over Tuvok. Who is?
That's right. And then he was never actually given a name, so that is
Okay.
the most we could say.
Well done, Omnicast. Bird of
That's
Prey
like a
5.
trick question almost.
It is not.
Name an unnamed character.
I didn't say name. I said
Oh,
who did
that's
they
true.
play?
No, I get it. Let's do Klingon anagrams for 300.
Hotalk.
Who is Koloff?
Very good.
That's good. That's quick.
Nice job, Bird.
Yeah. Quick with those.
Got a tight game. Omnicast.
Let's do Voyager for 300. Who is Lieutenant Carey?
That's correct.
Joe. Call me Joe. Didn't end well for him.
Cinnabon. It's your turn.
Enterprise D for 500.
Tokyo.
Starfleet has ordered the Enterprise, the Prokofiev, and the Valdemar to the border of the demilitarized zone.
Pass.
Bird of Prey 5.
Oh, I so want an answer, but I think I better pass.
Omnicast.
What is pass?
That was in Tribunal.
I made the right call.
And maybe you'll make the right call with your pick for the next clue, Bird. It's your turn.
Do anagrams for 500.
Lirac.
Oh, come on. I want this one. Pass. Pass.
Is oh no. Kalar. Who's Kalar?
That is incorrect.
It's my favorite.
Omnicast.
Pass.
Omnicast.
Pass.
Cinnabon.
Brigadier Kurla.
That is correct.
Or
Well
Meteor
done.
Kurla.
Well done, Cinnabon.
It's almost, you could spell Kalar with that, but there's no H, right? She had an H in her name, I guess.
Yeah, she had several.
Just
extra
for the
letters in there.
record,
Yeah.
Cinnabon, that was the only one I didn't get.
That was
So
easy.
good job. Omnicast, your turn.
Voyager for 100.
The doctor.
Yeah,
Felix.
right. Who is Lieutenant Thomas Eugene Paris,
Good work.
Mr. Locarno?
Cinnabon, you can get back into positive territory.
Gnosticans for 100.
A fight with members of this species led to a young Jean-Luc Picard having a change of heart.
Oh no. Well, we'll take a stab at it and go with Gnosticans. What are?
It's a good choice.
That's good. That's good. I like that. You called the question. You called the answer before the question. That was good. The question before the answer. Twice.
Indeed, he did.
Twice.
Twice.
Yeah.
Birdo Prey 5.
Anagrams.
Nogro.
Who is Gowron?
Indeed.
Done. Omnicast.
Let's do Enterprise D references for 400.
Berlinghoff Rasmussen, a petty criminal impersonating a scientist, committed numerous acts of theft against the crew of the Enterprise. Shall I continue?
I can see the conversation. I just don't remember the episode. Pass.
Cinnabon.
I will pass.
Birdo Prey 5.
Was it a simple investigation or whatever?
It was.
Bird, are you there?
Sorry, I passed.
It was Worf and Odo. Oh, Bar Association. Yeah.
Yep.
And welcome, Mr. T. It's good to see you.
Hey, T down.
Cinnabon. It's your turn.
What other N and O species are there? The Orions for 200.
The first reference to this species dates back to the Cage.
That's tough. We will go with the Orions. Who is the Orions?
Very good.
So where's the claims of rigging now? You got 3 of them without even seeing the answer.
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
point.
I hear crickets out there in the comments. Okay. All right.
Birdo Prey 5. It's your turn.
Let's go N&O for 500.
In order to stop Anarax, Janeway forged a coalition with the Mawasi and this species.
Oh, I know this one too. Dang it.
Oh, well, obviously, this is a species from Voyager. So it's obviously the Borg, but the Borg don't start with N nor O. So therefore, it must be the Kazon
Pass. Come
or
on.
the Okampa. Pass.
Omnicast.
This is a tough question because I can't even think of it. They were just mentioned in I don't know. Pass.
Who are the Nahydra?
Very good.
Wow.
Well done, Cinnabon.
Yeah, that
Are
was
you
good.
sure that's a species and not somebody misspelling hydrogen?
That is a species.
Omnicast, you get the final clue.
Time's up.
Mazati was a member of this species whose homeworld derived a huge percentage of its revenue from Sunkatsi.
Yeah, another deep cut. Pass.
Cinnabon.
Oh no. It was the. What is pass?
Bird of Prey 5.
Also pass.
Norcadian.
Norcadian.
Indeed. All right, gentlemen. Let's get the Cosmo Buzz link into the private chat for you.
1,000.
Now this is
And-
where Cinnabon could give me his money, so I have a chance of winning.
Oh, you have a chance of winning, Bird.
I
And
know,
so does
but I'm just
Cinnabon.
saying, if
So does
Cinnabon gave me all his money, now I'd have a better chance of winning.
It
Never.
doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way.
I just thought it would be nice to make it a possibility. Maybe
So
you
let's
guys want to
reveal-
talk it over.
Let's reveal our category.
Shut up, Wesley.
I'm feeling good about this one.
Shut up, Wesley. Oh, that's good.
So we're waiting on Bird to arrive in the Cosmo Buzz room.
What is the first time someone said, "Shut up, Wesley"?
You gonna get this one too?
There he is. Bird, I need you to enter how much you'd like to bet, please. Everybody happy with their bet amounts?
I'm more than happy. I'm ecstatic.
Bird? Bird, are you muted?
Sorry. The nephew of Frey is quite active tonight.
Oh, and Omni,
Um,
you dropped out.
Yeah.
I dropped out of what? Out of the Cosmo Buzz?
Oh, Omni forfeit.
You know
You are
what?
happy, Bird?
If you're asking me, no, I'm not happy. We're going.
All right.
We're going.
All right.
All right.
Let me jump back in here. Did you get my bet amount? Let me see
I
here.
did. I did.
Okay. You got me now?
Yep. I got
Okay.
you.
Cool.
All right. Let's reveal your clue.
In this episode, Guinan told Wesley, "Shut up, kid," so that Riker could tell her more about her eyes.
Players, you have 30 seconds. Kapla!
Oh, it's an episode with the stupid alien thing.
It's very specific.
Okay. We can hear you typing still. You need to stop, please.
I'm not finished yet.
Yes, you are.
Old IBM Selectric typewriter over there. Sounds like.
It does, doesn't it?
Ding.
Oh, I ran out of characters. What the?
Let's find out who our winner is.
I typoed that.
Cinnabon, you had 1,000 points entering final Jeopnerdy. What was your response to the clue?
The episode was the alien shapeshifter with an angry old lady governess, Wesley. Well, you got a good summary of the episode, but not the actual name.
Sorry about that. How much did you wager? all of it, of course. Taking it back down to 0. I'm sorry about that, Cinnabon.
Best. I think that should count.
Bird of Prey 5, you were in second place with 2,100 points. Your response was...
The Dauphin. Very good.
Oh, that's right. It was named after a vibrator.
Dolph Lundgren. What
Well
is it?
done. How much did you wager, Bird? Another all-in 2,100 points, giving you 4,200 points. Very good. Very
True
good.
champion status.
Let's see if that's going to be enough for you. Omnicast, you were in late at 3,100 points, and your reply was...
The Dauphin. Very nice.
And how much did you wager? 1,101 points, giving you 4,201 points, and...
Totally rigged.
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 Omnicast,
Rigged.
you are the champion.
It's rigged.
Nobody
Good
else
job, guys.
knows
No
the summary of
choice.
the episode. I win.
Your answers were funny. I mean, you called 3 of them. You should get extra points for that if you can name the the question, the answer before the question. You should get a little extra for that.
You heard it. I win.
I heard it. Yeah. How'd you not remember you remember this episode, Cinnabon? Come on, you know this stuff.
Well, yeah, I gave a summary of it.
You did give a whole sum.
I didn't think the title was good enough, so I decided to go above and beyond. But
Oh, you say okay?
Well, you
Of
should,
course.
if you're going to do that, also give the title.
Yeah, because you would have had a
Again.
chance.
I told you I ran out of characters.
So if you had more characters, you would have said, and the name of this episode is. You would have wrote it.
was
Okay.
Wesley wanted to get some alien ass, and then I was going to put the episode. That's where the Wesley part was.
Okay, so it's a character issue, character limit issue.
It was.
Okay.
This
gotcha.
game is obviously rigged against people
Obviously.
who give specific answers.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't ask for a description of the episode. We asked for the title of the episode.
I was trying to be thorough.
And you didn't end up giving the title like it was we asked for.
Again, it's because your buzzer was rigged against me and didn't give me enough characters.
The buzzer. The Cosmo buzzer.
Exactly.
Right.
And whose buzzer is this? Jeff.
Cosmo. Jeff's.
It's another
Cosmo Buzz.
another
Cosmo-
library
Cosmo
plot
Kramer.
against me.
I did not create the buzzer.
Sure. You picked it though.
I picked it because it lets you type an answer.
Sounds like an excuse to me.
Uh,
If there's
Good luck.
people not here for round 3, I'll be back. But for now,
oh,
Thank you.
Don't threaten us.
Cinnamon, that was a great game. I had a lot of fun.
there you go, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for playing, Bird.
Thanks, Bird. Bird is the word.
For round 2, let's see if we can bring up our next 2 contestants. We have Patrick and Mercer.
All right. Welcome, gentlemen.
Hi. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, that son of a...
He's a funny one.
That's putting it mildly.
But excellent first round.
Indeed. It was.
Close. It was close. 1 point.
Yeah. The power of math.
Hello.
Well, it's good to have you both here.
Indeed.
Good to be here.
Excellent. Are you gentlemen ready to play?
Marvel's in the other room.
Oh, okay. All right. Can you play like that?
So no Mau Mau.
No, I can't play without Marvel. So
Uh-oh. Well, you're in trouble, Mercer.
Yeah.
There go
I can't
half your
play
points.
without Marvel.
So are you all ready to play?
No. but
Your volume's a little low, Mercer.
Oh, I gotta find my camera. Hold on a second.
You got to find it.
Yeah, it's around somewhere.
Okay. That's interesting. I got to find my camera.
I probably dropped it or something.
Hopefully it's not in 100 pieces.
No, I found it. It's just underneath the table.
It's not behind your bookcase
No, it's right here.
with the astronaut.
No, it's not. Astronauts hiding behind bookcases is tight.
No. Mercer hides his camera under all of his references.
Did you see that pitch meeting for Interstellar?
Did I what?
Did you watch the pitch meeting video for Interstellar?
I don't think so.
No, it's pretty funny. The guy that does, all those pitch meeting videos did
Yeah.
Interstellar. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen that one.
Cool.
Well, if you're all ready, let's play.
Ready as I'll ever be.
Jeopardy.
We playing buzzers or turns?
We're playing turns.
DS9 references in TNG and Voyager. I'm looking for the name of an episode.
Okay.
P and Q species.
Easy 100.
Who did they play
Are you
in
sure?
Enterprise?
No, I'm not sure. Ooh, Enterprise.
Tribunal. Anagrams. Starship places.
Are you trying to make O'Brien suffer in this tonight's Jeopardy?
Places.
I don't have to try.
O'Brien.
It just happens naturally.
Yes. O'Brien must suffer.
Always.
There's no choice in the matter.
Die with honor, O'Brien.
Oh,
All right, Omnicast, returning champion once again. You go first.
DS9 for 500.
Had to find it.
Okay.
What's with the daily doubles tonight? All right, you got it right off the bat. You can bet up to 1,000.
Let's do 1,000.
Identify this episode.
2 days ago, a Uridian convoy left Deep Space Nine for the demilitarized zone. It's carrying isomeotic hypos, plasma flares, and quarantine pods.
Sounds like Ro. What is preemptive strike?
That would be correct.
Well done.
Indeed.
good job, Omnibus.
Omnibus?
Omnicast.
Omnicust.
Gust.
Cust.
Omni
like
Gust.
And of course,
Yep. Let's try DS9 references for 400 then.
all right, Patrick.
Anyway, I got as far as Deep Space Nine, where I got into a bar fight with a Ferengi, and I was thrown into the brig by a very unpleasant shapeshifter.
Oh, right, that one. It's not Pathfinder, it's not Fury. What is Elogium?
That is incorrect.
Shit.
Mercer.
Pass.
Omnicast.
What is non sequitur?
Yeah,
That's right.
then it was that one, because it was not Caretaker. Oh well, good try.
And Tokyo saying wrong.
Yes, I was
Not sure
wrong.
why. Not sure why.
I'll go with Enterprise for 500. Oh, I can't think of that character's name that he played. So I'm gonna have to pass.
All right. Omnicast.
Oh, I don't know his name either. He was on that ship. Pass.
Patrick.
Who is Ezreal?
That's right.
That's on
Nicely
anyone.
done.
Yay.
Nicely done.
I like that episode.
All right. Omnicast.
Let's do DS9 references for 3.
Starfleet records contain no mention of the Duras sisters after their departure from Deep Space Nine.
What is Firstborn?
You got it.
Omnicast has a good lead already. Patrick, it's your turn.
Let's do DS9 references for 200.
I've been going over the interstellar phenomena forecast from Deep Space Nine. They are predicting a Class B itinerant pulsar will pass within 4 billion kilometers of the Midas Array in 3 days.
What is Pathfinder?
That's right.
Good old Barkley.
Mercer.
I'll take. Who did they play in Enterprise for 400? Let me think about that. I don't remember him. Oh, he played. He played a. Who is that? Klingon captain that got taken over by the the genetic guys in Borderland or something. Yeah.
Yes, that is an acceptable answer because he did play that role even if it wasn't named. And he also,
all right.
Yeah, I'm taking that
He
one.
also
Sorry,
played
if
like
clear on
the
that.
lawyer dude, but I couldn't think of his name, so I went with the guy that I didn't need to think of his name.
Yes, the lawyer was named Kolos. And he also played the Klingon captain, like you described.
Sweet.
Okay, very good. Very good.
It was weird to get him in makeup, but just to have him deliver 3 lines.
All right, Omnicast, it is your turn, sir.
Let's do DS9 for 100.
The Enterprise has arrived at Station Deep Space Nine to assist in the reconstruction of the Bajoran aqueduct systems damaged during the Cardassian occupation.
What is Birthright?
That's correct.
Part 1.
And well done, Omnicast, in naming every episode of TNT for that category.
Patrick.
Who did they play in Enterprise for 300?
You said 300?
Yeah, 300. The middle one. Crap.
These uniforms are terrible.
Yeah, they are. Oh, yeah, they are. It's like
Even the
diapers.
faces are terrible. Don't know who it is. So, pass.
Pass.
Mercer.
Who's Degra?
That is correct.
Right.
Randy Oglesby. Randy
I did not recognize him as Degra.
Who's the other guy?
The other guy was the alien from the episode where Trip got pregnant.
Oh, no way. Okay.
Wow. Both in
You know what
Enterprise
really
role.
was weird was that they never gave a simple name to Degra's ship. So every time they used it after he died, it's like, we're on Degra's ship, by the way, and we're coming to rescue you.
So he's Degra's ship.
They should have just thought of a name for it.
Well,
Like Pakakashiga, whatever they wanted to think of.
I guess I meant the other twin. Was the other twin ever in Enterprise or just Degra?
No, they're both played by the same dude.
That's the same guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they doubled him.
They did a double screen? I didn't know that. Okay.
Something like that.
I never knew that.
You do now.
Wow.
And Mercer,
You
it's
learn
your
every
turn.
day.
I will take Tribunal for 400.
The chief was accused of stealing V's to give to the Maquis.
I don't know, pass. My first answer would be Energon cubes.
Omnicast.
Energon cubes. I don't remember. What is pass?
Patrick.
Nope, pass.
Was it self-stealing gunboats?
Okay.
That was my joke answer, Mercer. You stole it.
Bioluminescent gel, photon
Photon
warheads.
warheads.
Right.
Photon.
See, I have Soundwave figure, but he doesn't dispense energon cubes. It really bugs me.
Okay, Omnicast, your turn.
Let's do P and Q for 300.
Over 1,000 years ago, the Menthars fought this species to their mutual extinction, although the Enterprise D discovered one of their battle cruisers exactly as they left it, in the bottle.
What are the Promelians?
That's correct.
Wow.
Good job, Omnicast. Patrick, it's your turn.
Yeah. Who did he play in Enterprise for 200? Ooh. Oh man, who was he again? Captain Drennick. Who is Captain Drennick?
That's incorrect.
Oh,
Mercer.
then it's not the one
Who
that
is
I thought
Silic?
of. Oh,
What'd you
right.
say?
Silic? Who is Silic?
That's right.
Yeah, that's Silic's face, indeed.
John, I wonder if you had him as a clue for another reason.
Oh, there is another reason why I thought of that one in particular.
I thought so. Mercer, it's your turn.
I'll go with Tribunal for 500.
This lawyer warned Odo not to ruin things for him, since he was only a year away from retirement.
Oh, I can't think of the guy's name. Let me think. I could give a sarcastic answer like Lieutenant Caffey, but no, that's not my answer. I'll just pass.
Omnicast.
Fritz Weaver, great actor. Who is Kovat?
That's right.
Good job.
Nicely done.
Well, Thomas, if you're going to be like that, what I was referring to, maybe John was not, was when he played on Babylon 5.
Delvana.
Delvana. Omnicast is your turn.
P and Q for 2.
After living on Earth during the time of the ancient Greek civilization, members of this species settled on a new planet where they developed psychokinetic powers.
I mean, they called themselves, what are the Platonians?
That's right.
Patrick, got some work to do. It's your turn.
Indeed. P and Q species for 400.
This species was very impressed by the Doctor's singing, since their culture had no previous knowledge of music.
Oh, right. Oh, what were the name? Episode Virtuoso. Oh man, what is the name? Don't remember it. I'm gonna pass.
Mercer.
I'll be passing too. I don't watch Voyager.
I feel
You
ashamed.
should. You should.
Why?
Omnicast.
I don't remember the name of the species either. Pass. They were short.
Because it's good TV. Better than most of what we get today.
Oh, I agree with that.
Komar.
Omar.
Right.
Oh well, at least I knew the episode name. Didn't do anything for me, but
I'll take Empire Strikes Back for 500. Oh, there is no Empire Star.
No, I'm sorry.
I don't know what starship places mean. You want a starship or a place?
I mean, a place on a starship.
Oh,
The
okay.
location within the ship itself.
Mhm.
Oh, I'll take that for 500, please. Whatever.
Hmm.
Bartirumo.
Okay. Oh,
Oh, I'm so bad at this.
What is the Arboretum?
That's right.
Wow.
Wow. That was the only
Nicely
one
done.
I didn't get. Good job,
I just
Mercer.
kind of looked at it for a minute. I'm like, what else could it be? I was thinking Bridge. Nope, Bridge isn't it.
Damn.
Omnicast, your turn.
Let's do P and Q for 5.
This one was a species of colony creatures, meaning that the different parts of their bodies could separate and operate independently.
Pass.
Patrick.
I have completely no freaking idea. Pass.
Mercer.
It sounds like you're describing those Transformers that form into one creature. So I'm gonna pass. Like Devastator or Bruticus or Manosaur.
Pandronian.
Pandronian.
From what series was that?
You know.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, you do.
OTAS, of course, duh.
Of course.
Of course.
What's the wrong episode today? Okay.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Brad Wolf. All right, Patrick, it is your
my
turn.
again. Yeah, let's try an anagram for 300.
Choladoc.
Hmm. Okay. What? I'm gonna run out of time. Pass.
Mercer.
What is the holodeck or the environmental simulator
Come on.
room?
Very
Of
good.
course. Why don't I see those things?
The holodeck, of course. And yes, Tokyo, you got that right. It's
So
from
bad.
BEM.
I'm gonna go with Starship Places for 400.
Riggin. 9.
9.
I don't even know. Let me think here. Sounds like a German place or something.
Mm.
Pass.
Omnicast.
What is engineering?
That's it.
Did not see that.
Well, that one
am
stuck
so bad
out
at
at me right away. I knew that one like instantly.
Wow.
Omnicast, it's your turn.
Let's do Tribunal for 3.
This Cardassian officer claimed to have learned about the involvement of the Maquis from reliable sources.
Was that the same guy? Was that who is Gulavec?
Yes, he's feeling daring that day as well.
With Chakotay, yeah.
Gulliver was in a lot of episodes. Well, not a lot of episodes, but he was in a lot of important episodes.
So he was on 3 series then, right? He was on Next Generation, Voyager.
He was on 3 shows. Yeah, he was in all 3 series.
What was his name? Richard Poe, I think.
Yeah, he was the same character too in all 3 shows.
Organized
Patrick,
terrorist activities.
Patrick, your turn.
Make Star
Thank
Trek
you for 100.
big.
They look for things they need, things that make them go.
What is a backlet?
That's right.
And indeed, it was not the one that I was thinking of.
Are they smart though?
Q was too easy.
He's smart.
Are they smart?
Reginald.
My name is
Yay.
Reginald.
Red alarm.
Oh no, another Enterprise. One of the
I'll go with-
few lines I actually laughed at in that show. Mercer, it's your turn.
What show is that? What?
Lower Decks.
Oh, I didn't see that episode. I don't think I saw that episode. I'll take Triboon Starship places on the Enterprise.
Sounds a little ambiguous, I would say.
I need you to pick one of the clues categories that's up there.
Okay.
Syntax error.
I'll take anagrams for 200.
Yakibs.
What is sick bay?
That is correct.
Yeah, indeed.
Got that one. Well done.
Almost sounded like Jaffet.
Almost. That's probably why Mercer got it. Omnicast, your turn.
Tribunal for 2, please.
Odo regretted that he didn't have any of these to offer the Cardassian Bureau of Identification.
What are molars? Teeth?
That's right.
You know, there was a Orville episode where they had to give up their teeth as well. Do you guys remember which one?
Mm,
Not offhand, no.
Season
all
1?
the world's birthday cake. Remember?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yep. They remember they had to give up their teeth as identification.
Yeah,
To,
I checked those days.
Determine the yeah.
Patrick, it's your turn.
That's a rare pull, isn't it, for me?
One or one. Let's try an anagram for 100. Can be
Griped.
luckily it's not grouped. What is bridge?
That's correct.
1 Riker, 1 Gribed.
Oh, good one.
Lieutenant,
That was good. That was very good. Mercer,
I'll take 100, please. Who did they
which
play?
one?
Who did they play? Oh, he played. Who is Saval?
That's correct.
One of my favorite characters on Enterprise. That was in Cold Fire, though. That picture, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yes, it
Cold Fire?
was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Omnicast. Are you ready for the final clue?
I'm sitting down.
Before being apprehended by the Cardassians, no one in his entire life had ever had cause to ask if he was a criminal.
Who is Chief Miles Edward O'Brien?
That's it.
By the way, if you guys are interested, I probably told you this last year, but Andrew Robinson did a narration of his book about the Cardassians called Stitch in Time.
Didn't he write that book?
Yeah, he wrote it, and
Yeah,
now
right.
we recently released an audio version where he narrates it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How is that? Must be great.
It's awesome. I'm still going through it, but it's awesome.
That sounds.
it's
I would
on
actually
his
get that.
voice because it's his character's point of view. Garrick. You can get it for right on audio on anything you get the audiobooks from. Although he's a little older now, so like that's
Yeah.
the only. If there's any flaw, is that he's just a little bit older. Like if he'd done it like when the show came out, it would have been even a little bit better. But he's still great. He's still acing it.
Okay, I need you guys to join Cosmopause. I do see Patrick in the room. And Patrick, I don't think you can bet that. It won't let me enter that amount.
Oh, it doesn't even let you do it.
No, it won't let me. It'll go, you don't have that much.
You should enter a negative number.
Won't let me do that either. And Mercer, I need a bet amount from you, please.
Well, I don't know what the category.
Yeah, don't we see the category first
Oh,
before we?
sorry. You're right. I'm sorry.
Plain and simple.
Plain and simple.
So if you want to change your bet amount based upon that, go ahead.
Oh, no. I was trying to throw off everybody.
Oh, no. Omni?
Oh, no.
I'll
what
stay.
you put in?
Yeah, I'll keep that. Yeah.
All right.
The
Let's
answer is
find out.
Pez. The answer is Pez.
Let's reveal our clue.
It was in this episode that Bashir first met a plain, simple Cardassian tailor.
Players, you have 30 seconds. Kapla! All right. We also have a true champion in the Cosmo Buzz room.
I wonder who that is.
I wonder too.
Did Omnicast log in twice?
Manufactured victory.
Manufactured triumph.
Here.
I like how they just annoyed that Vulcan until he just couldn't take it anymore.
Find out who our winner is, shall we? Patrick, you had 700 points entering final Jeopnerdy. Your reply to the clue?
This past prologue, that's correct.
Yay.
Well done. Well done. How much was your wager? 699, giving you 1,399, if I can add.
6,000? Oh, yes, I would.
Mercer, you're in second place at 3,200 points. Your reply was?
Past prologue. And the last episode they spoke was What You Leave Behind. That is true.
How much did you bet? 3,199 points, giving you 6,399 points. Good job. Let's see if that's going to be enough for you. And Omnicast, you were in the lead at 5,300 points. What was your response?
Past prologue. Plain and simple. I need a new suit. Well, I know someone who can help you with that.
I would buy a suit from Garrick. I would.
I would be very careful doing that. How much did you bet? 1,101 points, giving you 6,401 points. And again, by 1 point, 2 points this time. You are the champion.
Did you miscalculate? Points.
Well, no, Mercer didn't bet at all. So if he would have, then yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Remember that episode where Quark was complaining about the pants he was getting from Garrick?
Yes.
About the pants.
And these
Garrick
sleeves are
was
totally
going-
wrong.
Garrick was going totally off on like his kind of date that he had with the.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
I think he was underage, like way underage.
And for the record, true champion answered past prologue. Duh. I win
Duh.
forever, champion.
And you know what's funny about the episode past prologue is that later in the episode The Ascent, that was the name. The past prologue was the name of one of Jake's stories that Nog was reading.
Was it really?
Yep.
That's interesting.
Remember when he's like reading Jake's pad and trying to fix all the grammatical mistakes? and
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah.
That's the story was called Past Prologue.
Past prologue.
One of those little things I noticed.
He was
I
working on
should
that
get a
novel.
Bonus point just for knowing that. 2 bonus points just for knowing that. Hey, John, good to see you, and your nice beard is still there.
Well, thank you.
And maybe
By the way,
even in HD.
I did watch your video on Enterprise, Deep Space Nine, Enterprise references. That was great. It's really good.
Well,
stuff.
thank you.
Really
Yeah,
good
John.
stuff.
Good
As
videos.
we
You're
all
right.
should, huh? As we all should. It's homework.
It's yeah, it is homework actually. For those playing Jeopardy, it is homework.
Yeah.
I have a notebook. I have a spiral notebook here. I'm writing all these references down from his videos.
Doing that as
Can't
well.
use
But
the
it's
notebook
always,
during the game.
but it's always
No. Cinnabon, I do not
mystery.
have a shred of decency. I am completely filled with decency. Completely 100%. Thank you.
Do you deny being demoted to these
110%.
charges? Don't wait for the translation. Answer me now.
Now, decency will be arriving on Tuesday.
Librarian.
I didn't know that there was an assassination until we boarded the ship.
So,
Captain,
But,
are you aware that as captain of a starship, it is your responsibility to be responsible for the responsibilities of the responsible crew?
Cinnabon, you didn't have any points to bet.
indeed.
He says you don't have a shred of decency in you. What's wrong with him?
You don't shred
yeah.
you, Kurt.
It won't arrive until Tuesday.
We come in peace, and you blatantly defy that peace.
There are 3 rounds.
There's a lot
There are
of
3 rounds. We're just talking.
man.
Well,
A lot
round
of
2 is
venom
good.
in there.
Let's see if
Sorry,
you
John.
can win again. The Omni.
Let's see. Let's see.
Good luck. See you.
Thank
after.
you, Patrick. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Patrick. Thank you,
Thanks for
Mercer,
playing.
for joining
Mercer.
us. Playing.
And Omnicast, are you okay with doing 4 players in the last round?
I'm always open for 4 players if the other people want to do it. Like, for example, if someone hasn't been on in a while and they want to, take a shot. But I like 4.
Appreciate it. We'll put you backstage, Mercer, and it looks like we have 3 people who haven't played yet, so I'll go ahead and bring them up. I say greetings to Brother Jay. Hello, Mikey,
Hey.
and Mr. Vice President.
Wow.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Mr. VP. What's up, Jay?
Hey, Jay, I haven't seen you in years.
Bless you, my son.
Well, he's
Yeah,
allowed to do that. He's a minister. He can do that. So, yes.
No,
Bless you, my
I'm
son.
Whoa, what?
You're what?
remember Bud Costello.
You just call me an acolyte. That's it. That's all I need to be.
Oh, Abbott and Costello. I got it.
And you're implying what with that statement, Thomas?
I hope so too, Patrick. We'll see. I've been
It's
having
true
some
that
good luck
Cinnabon
lately.
does host. He has many of his own
I
streams.
ask
And
God
fair games
politely.
are also very
Have
prevalent
you
on this
work.
channel.
Yeah. Well, I'm ready to go.
Well, Mikey's ready. Jay,
I'm
good to see
ready
you,
to
man.
I didn't think we were going to see you for a while, Mikey.
Well, I actually, Brother Jay and my wife Suzanne are ministers, and I discussed it with Suzanne, and she said that there are loopholes. I can actually join if invited other streams, but I can my own. My own are completely covered for Lent. So, yeah, I don't do my own streams or webcam during that time, Professor. But thank you for asking.
Well, glad you're here.
Oh, thank you.
Professor, I've got a grammatical question before we get started, if that's okay. Before the previous game, I thought an
Thanks,
anagram
Patrick.
was one of those things where you write down something on the left-hand side of a paper vertically, and then each letter of that word forms something else horizontally. But that's obviously not the same as an anagram. So do you know what the name of the thing that I was thinking of is?
I believe that's called an acrostic.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But
I'll go with what John said. I don't know.
that's all right.
That sounds right to me.
It was definitely not what I thought was an anagram was, but I definitely had the definition wrong. So I've been
Oh.
educated tonight.
Oh, Thomas Potts, stop being so negative. Jeez. He's anticipating me. Yes, there is a loophole. Yes. Yes, meat could be back on the menu in certain cases.
Mhm.
Where did I start?
All right. Well, shall we play, gentlemen?
Yes,
Let's go.
Sounds good to me.
Let's play Jeopnerdy.
I love that music. That's how we don't do it. How do I do this thing? Thank you, Lord.
I think I'm lagging a bit, guys.
It's not you.
Okay.
The first category is Captain Baudet. In this case, I'm going to provide a quote. I'm asking for who said it.
Oh, I forgot to watch that episode.
Next is our species.
Arr.
Our species. Arr. Not that.
Who did they play in the TOS movies?
Every time the Enterprise category come out, I was caught saying it doesn't count. Invalid category. I don't know if anyone noticed in the chat.
We did. The next category is Empok Nor.
Yeah, I almost told you that you were banned from the stream for 3 years, but decided not to.
Wow.
Final category, anagrams for
Empok Nor's
names.
Bajor, right? Yeah.
Crap.
Episode names. Okay. Wow.
Oh, there it is.
That is a
There's
hard
the
one.
there's the crap. Okay. Omnicast, returning champion. I never say that. It's your turn.
Let's do Captain Baudet for 500.
You want to do Captain Baudet?
Oh, the toothy smile.
I didn't say that.
The toothy smile and the transparent skull.
You want the episode, right?
I want to know who said it.
Oh, who is Miles Edward O'Brien?
That's correct.
That's like the third or fourth time you've answered that tonight.
Yeah.
May not be the last.
Brother Jay, it's good to have you back on the show.
Yes, it is.
The third category for 300.
Who did they play in TOS movies?
Yeah. Can't see the word. Who is Lieutenant Savage?
That's correct.
Well done.
Oh, really? I didn't recognize it was here at the time.
Mikey.
Macaroni.
Stop with the Mikey.
It's bouncing off the Midas Array.
Mike
Let's let him answer, because the more we try to talk to him, the longer it's going to take.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Yes. Anagram episodes for 100.
Tude.
Can you type it in?
All right. Mr. Vice President.
I'm not good at anagrams.
Omnicast.
What is duet?
That's right.
I said it.
We never heard
What
you,
is
Mikey.
duet?
We never heard you.
Duet. I said it.
We didn't hear you.
Come on.
Omnicast has got it.
Yeah, I know. I said duet like 5 times. I'm sorry.
We We never heard it.
Your signal didn't come in.
Mr. Vice President, it's
Oh,
your turn,
man.
sir.
I'm sorry, Mike.
Who did they play for 100, please? Oh, it was Admiral Cartwright.
That's right.
Very good.
Good.
Omnicast, back to you, sir.
Let's do Captain Baudet for 400.
I really wish I saw that YouTube video.
What is it about men? They either don't talk at all, like you, or they talk too much, like Baudet.
I'm sorry, you want who said the line?
Yep.
Yes,
Who is Esri Dax?
that's correct.
Nicely done. Brother Jay, back to you, sir.
That third category for 400. Why is it that they always kill the black guy first in movies? Who is Captain Terrell?
That's right.
I'm trying to
Chopper
remember
when
his
the
first
walls
name.
fall.
Technically, there were a bunch of people killed before Captain Terrell.
Darmok and
What
Jalad.
was Captain Terrell's first name? Did they give it?
I don't know.
I don't think it's ever said in the movie, but I read somewhere that it was Clark.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Mark Kent.
Professor. Yeah,
Yes.
Professor, can you hear me?
Yes, right at the moment we can.
Okay. Let's try. Who did they play in the TOS movies for 200? Who was David?
Very good.
Yay!
Bastards.
You got his first name.
Okay, Mr. Vice President.
He was in
So
Wrath of Khan.
So he was
David
killed
Marcus.
in one
I said it.
You got the point,
Got it.
Okay. All right.
Mr. Vice President.
So he was killed in a movie and a drug addict on the other side. He had it rough.
Indeed.
You know.
Yeah.
Came back as a hedgehog.
Incognito for 200.
He earned the chance to join the mission to Empok Nor, but one more sir, and he would have been left behind.
Oh, it was Nog.
That's correct.
And I agree. You should never call a enlisted person sir.
Omnicast. You got the lead and control.
Let's do MPOC for 5.
Garrick asked O'Brien to express his deepest regrets to the wife of this security crewman.
Oh, the one he killed, right? Who was Amaro?
Nicely done.
I don't remember his first name.
Wow.
I think he's using the Star Trek encyclopedia.
No, he's got
That'd be lightning research there to
Yeah.
find answers.
Oh, it's
he's
on
got,
computers, I'm sure.
Brother Jay, it is your turn.
Flexes and everything. I regret this. 500, third category. Oh, God, I can't pronounce his name. Who
Close.
is Joykin?
I think that's close enough.
Joykin.
Who's that guy?
That's the guy that played the Phoenix in the TV show The Phoenix.
Or in
Who's
Star
the
Trek
guy?
2, he was Khan's right-hand man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that guy.
That guy. Mikey, it's your turn.
Yeah. Okay. Let's try anagrams for 200.
Nerea.
What is arena?
Very good.
Answer to every clue.
With the Gorn.
Oh yeah.
Right, Thomas?
I'm
It's the
really
answer
good
to
with
every clue,
anagrams.
right? Mr. Vice President, it's your turn.
The Gorn.
You're cute, Professor.
Our species for 200, please.
Brother Jay, don't read anything of that. I'm sorry, Mr. Vice President. Could you repeat that?
Our species for 200, please.
This species used seismic regulators and weather control systems to transform their homeworld's
I meant that
natural
you're a good
climate
person. I meant that as a compliment.
into one
Jeff.
that was ideal for tourists.
Oh. Who are the Rigelians?
I'm afraid not.
Oh, dear.
Omnicast.
He's close. Who are the Ryzians?
That's it.
Yes, indeed.
Ryzians.
I knew that too.
Yeah, I should have got that. Never mind.
Omni, it's your turn.
Let's do our species for 5.
Janeway's willingness to sacrifice Voyager to stop Dreadnought earned the friendship of this species.
I don't remember those guys. Pass.
Brother Jay.
They're faking. Pass.
Mikey. Mr. Vice President.
I'll
So
pass
we'll give them
too.
a little-
I'll pass also.
Who are the Recosians?
Very nice.
Well
Wow.
done,
good.
Mr.
Very
Vice
good.
President.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Well done.
Good
He
job.
just got promoted to president again.
I watched Voyager. I like Enterprise. It's a good
Here we go.
Uh,
show.
There we go.
Oh, my word.
oh,
Here we
boy.
go.
Brother Jay, bring some sanity.
Application.
Our species for 300.
Their physiology was similar to Vulcans, which is why Spock was willing to try an experimental drug designed for their species to speed up replacement of blood.
What is Rigelian?
That's it.
Nicely done, Brother
Oh, good
Jay.
job.
We got a tight game at the top and the bottom. Mikey,
Ain't
it's
gonna
your
lie.
turn.
Let's go with anagrams again for 300.
You never know.
I hope you guys can hear me okay.
Smelliest.
Oh, let's see. Okay, what is timeless?
That's correct.
Wow.
Good
Well
one.
done.
Nice.
Well done.
You get promoted to Secretary of State.
Huh.
Now let's not go
my
crazy, Brother Jay. Mr. Vice President, it's your turn.
I'm gonna go. Our species for 100.
Members of this species were often used as cannon fodder by the Romulans during the Dominion War.
Who are the Remans?
That's right.
Dang, that's good.
Well done. Omnicast, back to you.
Let's do anagrams for 5.
Thank you.
All right. All right. You found the daily double. You have a 100-point lead over Brother Jay, but you can bet up to 3,100.
I'll bet 5 points.
Okay. Going for the minimum of 5 points.
That's a lot.
Solar TB. I don't know. What is? I have no idea.
Good guess,
Solar
but no.
T-
It was albatross.
Albatross.
That was Albatross. Yeah.
Was that?
Don't-
was that a
don't-
TNS
don't feel bad.
episode?
What
It was a
episode was
TAS
that?
episode.
Don't feel bad. I didn't get
Yeah.
that one either, Omni.
Yeah.
All right, Brother
I
Jay,
might
you
have
got a
got
chance
that
to
one.
take the lead.
I'm gonna try Captain Baudet Return.
Excuse me.
Number 1, you used to go out with Captain Baudet. Number 2, Worf hates him. And number 3, and we've discussed this many times, Captain Baudet has a transparent skull.
Looking for who said it, Jay.
Who is Dr. Bashir?
I'm afraid not.
Mikey.
Who is Kira Nerys?
That's right.
Commander
Ah,
Kira.
sheep dip.
I don't think you quite said it like she did, John. Mikey, it is your turn.
Lost my lead. Dang it, I shouldn't have done it.
Oh my god. I just remember. Let's finish the category. Anagrams 400.
Dude.
I hope I can see it. Let's see. What is Daedalus?
Nicely done.
Dang, mate. Mikey, I
Mikey's good with
didn't know you were
those.
good with anagram.
Jeez.
What episode
Hey,
was
you got
that?
I told you I was good with anagrams. I told you.
Well,
Oh,
that
yeah.
Daedalus was an episode from the excellent season 4 of Enterprise.
Oh, no wonder.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Absolutely
They're not good at
fantastic.
show.
Exactly.
Emmy Award winning. Available on
Indeed.
Paramount Plus.
How much are you guys getting paid?
I don't know what this enterprise you're talking about.
Mr.
Oh,
Vice
boy.
President, careful with your words. It is your turn.
Species for 4, please.
We're getting paid lots.
While non-aligned, this species enjoyed a long trading relationship with the Federation, although a generation of peace was ended due to attacks from Ansata separatists.
No, pass. Sorry.
Omnicast.
This is a good episode. Who are the Rutians?
That is correct.
Rutia.
Sweet.
What episode was that?
The one with Crusher and the he's kidnapped. The high ground, I think.
High ground, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. All right, you stole that one, Omni, and it's your turn.
Let's go Captain Baudet for 200.
I do trust you. I don't trust Captain Baudet.
Who is Worf?
That's right.
Fun. Brother Jay, it is your turn.
I don't know it, but I got to try it. Impact Nor 400.
The Cardassians left behind on Impact Nor had been given massive doses of this type of drug, which Garrick was also exposed to.
That's
Pass.
Mr. Vice President.
I can't remember the drug.
Omnicast.
I don't think it had a name, but they called it some. What is psychotropic drugs?
That's right.
That's it.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh, that's it. Just psychotropic. Okay.
I was looking for a name.
Let's go with Captain 100.
Worf's upset because I had lunch with Captain Baudet.
Who is Judd Zeodax?
That's correct.
There we go.
Mr.
That was
Vice
probably the
President.
easiest
100, please.
Garrick would have loved to play Kotra against this hero upset with 3.
No. Sorry.
Omnicast.
Who is Chief Miles Edward O'Brien?
Oh,
correct.
I should have known.
For the
That
fifth
sounds-
time or the fourth
That
time.
sounds so familiar. Where have I heard you say that before?
Lord have mercy.
All right,
I can
Omnicast.
tell that I love St. O'Brien's name.
Oh my
It's
goodness!
epic.
Well, he is the most
Final
important person
clue.
in Starfleet history.
Yeah,
Indeed.
it's debatable.
Final clue.
There were 2 Cardassian soldiers loose on Empok Nor from the 3rd Battalion, which had this motto.
Oh, it was something stupid like I don't want to risk it. Pass.
Brother Jay. Did you pass?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he
Mikey.
did. Yeah, so did I. Go ahead, Mr. President.
Mr. Vice President.
Pass. Sorry.
Was it like death to all or something, or death to aliens, or yeah?
Yeah,
so
that's
all-
all. That's it.
all.
Yeah.
I
He
didn't
got
wanna
it.
risk
I was trying
I
to
didn't
think
want to
of
risk
that
it.
myself. I couldn't place it. I was like,
I
death
should
to
have
all.
guessed
That's
it.
too simple.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
All right. Cosmo Buzz, link in the private chat.
Okay.
Head to Final Jeopnerdy and consider how much you would like to bet on this category.
Need I remind you?
You didn't have to this time.
Mhm. Need I remind you, Jane, my killed physics.
There I am, Professor.
I don't know who that person is, Mr. Vice President.
He was
I see you in there, Mikey.
I'm not sure of the scores.
Okay, so I'll run down the scores. Mr.
on,
Vice President has 1,100 points. Tied for second place are Brother Jay and Mikey at 2,700 points. And in the lead, surprisingly, is Omnicast at 4,395 points.
Wow, I would never
Who
have
saw that
guessed.
coming?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear mine. What was mine?
You are tied with Mikey for second place at 2,700 points.
What was mine again? Sorry, Jeff.
You have 1,100 points.
I thought
Do you
so.
think my amount?
I don't see you in Cosmo Buzz.
Yeah,
Oh, I gotta enter my name. Oh,
you already got my
Yeah.
amount, right, Professor?
I do see your amount, Mikey, yes.
I was trying to do my amount before the name. Okay. What do I
Okay,
do
thank
now?
you.
Do I hit
What do you
join
see?
or something?
Yeah, you join. And Mikey, you dropped out. Okay, I do see you in the room now, Brother Jay.
I was so good at that.
All right. Now what do I do?
Okay, hold on. Mikey, you need to rejoin
Come on,
Cosmo
brother. I know
Buzz.
what you're going to bet.
Mikey, you need to rejoin Cosmo Buzz. You dropped out of the room.
Yes.
Do I hit send or something?
I'm in.
Okay.
Did you get my amount? I just left it.
You dropped out. You need to rejoin, Mikey.
I'm in there again.
No, I don't see you. And Omni, you dropped out as well. And Cheated Champion, I do see you.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Mr. 5 million.
I entered my amount. I'm in there.
You're not in the room, Mikey. Mikey, you are not in there. I do not see you.
I put Mikey. I did put my name.
Okay, you are
Suzanne
not in there.
Mikey, and
You're
I
going to
have
have to rejoin. Mikey, listen, you're going to have to rejoin. You're not in there.
reload it. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm reloading it. Give me a moment.
Okay.
We all need to donate, put money together to buy Mikey's and better internet.
Okay. Let me clear your entry boxes so
Did
you
you
can
get it?
enter
Yeah.
your
Okay.
responses to
You
this
got my amount.
clue.
Okay.
Yes.
During this episode, a holographic version of Tuvok reminded Paris that they were confined behind an electrostatic force field.
Players, you have 30 seconds. Kapla!
Dum dum.
Dum,
Can I
dum.
fix the typo? Sorry, I know time's up.
Time's up.
Yep, time is up. And somebody dropped out again.
I did.
Mikey?
No, it was
I know he
Jay.
has mine. Oh, okay.
Already gave
I
the
will be right
answer.
back.
And I didn't have enough time to get it.
It's a question mark.
It's just a question mark, I guess.
All right.
Hey, that's simple.
And Mikey, you dropped out again. I didn't have time to get your
Yeah.
answer either.
Oh, okay. Hold on. There. I just entered it.
You're not in there, but I did see what you did type. So I'll,
Oh,
I'll
okay.
try to type it.
Okay. And I'll say it when you, yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
I did see it.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, I don't know why Cosmo Buzz is giving us problems. Sorry, Professor.
I think we know why you have problems with Cosmo Buzz. Sorry, just being honest.
Yeah, that's all right. That's
All
okay.
right. All right, Mr. Vice President, you had 1,100 points by entering Final Jeopnerdy. What was your response?
Perceptions. Unfortunately, that is incorrect.
Sorry, Mr. Vice President. How much did you wager? All of it?
Oh,
Taking it back down to 0. I'm sorry, Mr. Vice President.
That's all right.
Mikey, you had 2,700 points. Your reply?
There's Tuvix. Good guess, but no.
Sorry about that.
Oh, okay.
Mikey,
No,
how
that's
much
all right.
was your bet?
I didn't
0.
bet anything.
Interesting
Oh,
bet.
God.
Tuvix belonged in the break.
So you remain at 2,700 points. Brother Jay,
Yes, I do.
you also had 2,700 points. What was your response?
Question mark.
Not a dang clue.
Right.
Oh,
How
man.
much did you bet?
Nothing.
Also 0. So you also remain at 2,700 points. Omnicast, you had the lead at 4,395 points. Your reply?
Worst case scenario. You got it.
Very good.
Man.
And Cheated Champion also said worst case scenario, obviously.
Okay. It's good. That's good. How many imaginary points did he bet this time?
Some 5 million, I think.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
How much did you bet? 1,006 points, giving you 5,401 points. And Omnicast, you are the champion.
It was
Congratulations, Brandon.
Nicely
Good
done.
game, guys. Thank you.
And I admire your mathematical skill in your betting tonight.
I have to be
Indeed.
on point. I have some serious challengers. You know, when Jay's in the room, I got to be on my game. Same thing with Mercer and
Oh,
everybody,
shucks.
Mr. President.
You are better than anybody except for John.
No, don't say that. Jay, you're serious, man.
Honestly, better.
You're
If I
You
was
realize
serious,
you were right
I
next to
would
me.
have
I have to say
been
that
up
was-
there with you.
replay this round. You were right next to me the whole game. You were.
Yeah,
I wasn't
until I
like
messed
thousands
up
of points
again.
ahead of you. You know.
I
So
always do that. I don't know why. But
Well,
at least
I've
this
got a-
time I did better, and I didn't bet at all.
you missed one
I-
question, I think. That was it.
I've got a question for Omnicast.
Yeah, Mr. VP.
So we
Yeah,
all,
that was
we all
the
know
one that I messed
how
up.
much you represent Paramount on the panel, especially with your love of Stranger Worlds, etc.
Hit series season 3 soon to be airing.
See, here's my exact point. Now I watched a YouTube video. The other day. And apparently, Paramount's getting sold and may
Indeed.
be broken up into several pieces. So are you a little bit worried about your income there?
No, because and I appreciate your concern, Mr.
there
VP.
you
I
go.
really, really do. But while no
I'm
deal has
Alice.
been struck yet, the Paramount Plus network is streaming hours and hours of quality programming. So please sign up for your 30-day free trial right now.
Well, unfortunately,
Look at this.
Not until you bring back the Star Trek movie.
Where did the movies go? They went to like
Alice
Netflix
from
or
the
something, right? Or
Jeopnerdy
HBO Max?
I
to
think
Max.
HBO.
Right.
Yeah, on Max.
That's right.
Unfortunately, I can't get to
That's
this
funny.
in New Zealand.
And when is season 5 coming out of Pukescovery, as you say, Mr. VP? When is that coming out? Soon, right?
I think
Sometimes it's
April?
spring.
April?
You mean
Oh,
disaster
man.
recovery?
Yeah, I think it's April.
Oh.
You should be getting
Are
the
you gonna-
talking points for that soon.
April.
Andy.
It's like the middle of April.
Are you going to watch it with
I
us,
can't,
Mr.
I
VP?
can't even believe you put trash like that on TV.
Why?
Why not?
Why would I waste quality hours of my life on that garbage?
It gives us something to talk about. I mean, we can hate it together.
We share our own vomit.
Yeah. Yeah, we can hold hands and hate the show together. I mean, I don't know. I'm paying for the darn network anyway. Well, actually, no, they give it to me for free. It's part of my compensation package. What am I saying?
I'd like to ask John a question.
Yeah, that's right.
John?
You get your royalties. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Omnicast can't diss it because it gets royalties from the company.
Oh, my goodness.
What was your
No,
question?
John, a question. John, have you seen, it's on Peacock, The Chosen?
No, I haven't seen it.
You need to see that, brother.
Yeah.
That is a good thing right there.
My wife's been trying to get me to watch it, and she said it was amazing. Is it on Peacock now?
Yeah, it's on Peacock.
Yeah.
Brad
Actually,
Wolf?
the first 3 or 4 episodes of the new season is coming out on theaters. It's already out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but a limited time.
Just to
What-
launch
what's-
it. Okay.
Yeah.
I have to
show
catch
are
up.
we talking
She
about?
said it was amazing. I've been busy, but I should watch it. And she's willing
Brad
to watch
Wolf's
them again.
Season 5 is the last season. Thank God.
Thank goodness.
Thank you for joining us, Mike.
Appreciate that.
Good to see you, sir.
Hey.
But they're replacing it with a god-awful Starfleet Academy.
Oh,
Don't remind me.
Oh.
Well,
thanks for that.
I'll
You
tell
know
you
they're
this.
bringing in that
I'll tell you
Star
this,
Trek
Suzanne and I-
Academy.
Yeah, Suzanne and I are
Could you-
looking forward to Doom Part 2 at the end of the month. That's going to be great.
Oh, wow.
It looked
I got my
looks
tickets for
spectacular.
doing. I got my tickets for the 29th
Oh, for the Chosen.
for
We're
Dune.
on the 29th
For
also.
Dune Part 2.
Yeah, they have a premiere at 6 o'clock in the evening on that day. So yes, we're
I'm
going.
not
for
watching
sure.
I'm
that
going.
crap.
I'm
About
going.
the spice.
Dune,
I didn't even
dune.
watch
Spice
the
melange.
watch it out when it came on TV, the original.
Yes, I
Vice
loved it.
President.
Two things I need to say. One is, unfortunately, I missed the show that Jay was recommending that was coming out in movie theaters. So, what show was that?
The Chosen. It's on Peacock. You have to order the pay the $11 a month to watch it. But it's a
Thank you, Brad.
good 3 seasons, and I recommend it.
Okay, I've never heard of it, but thanks
It's about
for
the story of Jesus Christ, but mostly about the apostles.
Oh, okay, cool. And the other thing I was going to say, Omni,
Yeah.
heaven forbid, if you do actually end up jobless,
Okay.
if you fly to New Zealand,
Yes.
I could hire you on as one of my carers.
I really appreciate that, Mr. VP. Thank you. I'll send you my
And
CV so you have it, okay? And then we can
Yeah.
discuss. My compensation demands are generally very high, but everything is negotiable, right? So let's figure it out. Yeah.
As long
Works
as
very good.
What's
Yeah,
that,
now
John?
Omni, tell us the
So
secret.
he
Your
works very good as a
consultant series.
distraction when I kidnap someone from the bridge.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. You're very generous, Mr. VP. Thank you, though.
It's all right.
Like Siri
And I think as long as you promise
down in
not
the
to
background
assimilate me,
when
I
like
think those 4 gowns of yours will have no trouble lifting me
this is the
whatsoever.
answer, Mr.
I can't promise I won't assimilate you, but I will just stand there. I will raise my arm, and my arm may move a little bit, all right, and make some noise, but that's about it. If you get too
Just
close
don't
to
touch
me,
carpet.
right, don't touch
I
me, that's
thought we
all.
killed all the Borg. I thought Star Trek Picard killed all the Borg.
Well,
I
there's still
know.
the Agnes Borg are still out there, but did that not happen? I don't know.
No, that didn't happen.
Agnes
speak of
Girardi
them.
Borg? Yeah, okay.
That was like Star Trek 5.
Fever dream.
A dream.
But I love that movie.
Yeah, I don't think it's a
I
dream.
like the movie.
I love the movie.
It's a good dream. It's a good dream.
It's not a dream. Because they said if then life is but a no, whatever.
He got a bad
It's
flat
right in
on it.
dialogue.
It went to #1 on its first weekend. And so it must have been good.
And it plummeted after that, unfortunately.
I went to it the second week and I still loved it. As a matter of fact, when it came out on DVD, I mean not DVD,
Does say it.
the video cassette rental, I was right there at my video store waiting for the mail to bring it.
To morning.
Not that good.
And I didn't rent
I
it,
can start
I
on the left
bought
and
it.
straight on to
You bought the tape?
Yep.
Yeah.
The good old days.
They did that
Those were the days.
too.
There was something magical about a VHS tape, though. I mean,
And
kind of like
the good thing is that both
There you row your boat.
and
anybody
New Trek
ever-
hadn't even been thought of at that point.
Hello, has anybody ever got a book called The Star Trek Vault? On Amazon, it's a lot of money, but on eBay you can get it for like $10. It's a great book for old school Star Trek fans. Has like pictures of props and even replicas of certain things that they could put in the book. It's fantastic. I recommend it to anybody. It's called The Star Trek Vault.
Thanks, Mister.
Yeah, it's
I've heard
has
of it.
Like, yeah, it's a great
Yeah,
book.
I have heard of it, but
it's kind of like if you're familiar with Ghostbusters visual history, like where they have like little inserts that contain letters or little maybe tickets.
I find that hard to believe.
Yeah.
Are you hungry, Cinnabon? Do you need some more lettuce? Is that why you're angry?
All right,
Well,
who's
Hide
I
his
can,
next?
come on.
meds
Do
and his
bunnies really
lettuce.
get angry? Yeah,
Jesus,
do they
Philippe.
really get angry? I've never seen a bunny get angry.
When they're cheated out of their rightful win, then yes, they do get angry.
Wow.
I move really
Ooh.
close to that mic.
He just ate
Can
the
somebody
microphone.
call the doctor for me?
Called bell tone.
Sorry.
I got earbuds in, dude, and you just killed my ears.
Well, he's angry.
If you're bleeding, you might want to go to the hospital.
You weren't cheated, buddy. Have some.
I won all
Calm
3 rounds.
down.
5 million is clearly more than 5,000. Round 3 was mine. Round 2 was mine. I bet 10,000. And round 1, I gave an episode synopsis.
But not the response we were looking for.
We went over this. It's because of your crummy buzzer program.
No.
Cosmo buzzer.
You're delusional, buddy. I think you need more
taking my
than
buzzer
lettuce
and I'm
and
going
carrot.
home.
I think you need professional help.
That's the most I've ever made.
I'm just shocked at the treatment I got after
No,
I
I'm not a
barely
doctor.
allowed
I'm a broker.
Professor to win my trivia game.
I won fair and square. And I answered the questions correctly.
So did I.
No, you didn't.
In all 3 rounds.
No.
So, yeah, if anyone has any
Well,
spare money this week,
Yeah, I told Jay that I was pretty good with anagrams.
Go ahead.
That was the best. That was the best score I've had ever since you guys started doing Jeopnerdy. That was my highest score I've ever had.
All right, hang on, Mikey.
Okay, go ahead,
So
Mr. Vice President.
So if anyone has any spare money this week, any spare change, could you please send some food on the cast way? Because I think it's going to be going.
I have plenty of money.
Pretty soon.
I have plenty of money due to my Paramount contract. I don't need any more, but I mean,
You're preparing a wedding?
I said it before, Mr. VP. I still have money for you for Enterprise.
No. Save
Enterprise, Enterprise. What is Enterprise?
brain and brain. If we send Mr. VP the box set, it'll just collect dust on his shelf, right? He will never crack it open and watch those discs, right?
Exactly.
Right. So what's the point, Patrick? You're generous, right? I mean, you're thinking, hey, I'll send Mr. VP Enterprise, and maybe he'll watch it and share the experience, but he will never open them. The cellophane will remain intact on that Blu-ray set. It will never be opened.
Well, when you move there to work with them, then you can bring it with you. And
It's a distinct
That's true.
There
Yes,
you go.
Mr. VP. So if I move to be your caretaker, I will make sure to put it on the TV Enterprise all day, whether you want to or not. Have you seen A Clockwork Orange? Have you seen that movie? Okay.
Let's just say
That is abuse of a disabled person. You can go to jail for that.
No, watching Discovery, that's abuse.
Actually, guys, I can recommend a really good. I can recommend
Patrick?
a really good sci-fi. It's not Star Trek. It's called Continuum, and
that's a good show.
I've watched the first two seasons. No spoilers, please, because I've still got 3 and 4 to go. But I'm loving the show.
They all die in
season
season 4.
Continuum's a good show.
Mr. VP, I know there's a time difference. Have you been watching Professor's and Matthew's Babylon 5 show on Monday nights? Well, in your case, it'll be Tuesday, probably mornings, but have you been catching that?
Sorry, guys, I haven't, but
okay.
I hope you're having a lot of fun. And
You're not watching my streams? I'm offended, Mr. Vice President. I should kick you off right now.
Well, Tuesday morning is a
kidding.
bit tricky for me.
Well, you can catch the replay. I mean, it's really good. They had 2 episodes already, and the Professor and Matthew have been putting out. It's really great the way they dive into those episodes.
Replay because of copyright issues.
Well, they
Mr.
stream
Vice
it.
President, Mr. Vice President, you really need to look at Jeff's channel. You'll love it. The Hot Librarians.
Okay.
I don't have a channel like that, Jay.
I can't believe you rolled your eyes at that one.
Go with the flow. Go with the flow. Come on, man.
Are you feeling all right, Jay?
The prancing
Oh, I feel
ATOSes.
great.
Anyway, Cinnabon, I hope you didn't really say a true spoiler and Continuum. Thank goodness I didn't quite hear you, but it sounded like you gave a spoiler a while back. But don't repeat it, because I didn't quite hear you.
The last episode, they all die.
I'm sure that's not true.
Second to the last episode, the main characters
turn
turn into lizard people and have babies.
Oh, you've already seen the last of the Discovery? Good, good. They all died.
Give me a thumbs up.
Poor guy. He can't take it. He can't take it. While his headphones are off. While his headphones are off, have you seen Red Letter Media put out a little all the Star Trek mistakes? Like you see the camera and the boom mics and the marks on the floor. They just released it last week.
Oh, that video was hilarious.
I have not seen it.
It's really good. Mr. VP should not watch it.
Although he didn't point out the one mistake. He didn't point out the one mistake that I've been showing you guys, which is
take your headphones off. What, the boom mic shadow? What, the cardboard on the back of the bridge?
No.
What?
Black paper.
Beams on board. You could see the top of the soundstage.
Which one? Which one was that?
So, Sins of the Father.
Oh, Sins of the. You see above the transporter room. You see the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
didn't point that one out.
No, I mean he got the other ones though, right? He got most of them.
Yeah. But I'm just surprised you didn't point that one out because I thought that was easy. And although he was doing only Next Generation, I wish he did that Enterprise one where they don't have anything by the view screen.
I guess there was a lot less mistakes though in Enterprise. Yeah.
Hey Mercer, the best mistake in Hollywood was the stormtrooper who bopped his head in Star Wars.
I don't even think that was a mistake. What about the episode Unification, where you could see the guy chewing gum in the reflection of the table?
On the desk of the Romulan? Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
All right,
seen that one.
let's give Mr. VP a break. Let's give him a break.
That episode. Here's the interesting thing about that episode. Did you ever notice that when Tasha, what's her name, the Romulan Tasha Romulan lady? I can't think of her name.
Selah.
She's like writing a
Selah.
Supposed to be for Spock.
You what, John?
She's writing it on an iPhone.
No, it's not Selah. It's Shira.
Shira. She's writing it
Shira.
on an iPhone.
And Shira. Princess of Power.
Shira.
The Hour of Power.
That's right. That's right. Oh yeah.
Hour of Power. Yeah.
Professor, I was watching the Real Ghostbusters last night.
Cool.
Because it was one of my favorite ones. Was written by J. Michael Straczynski. Oh, it's great. That was a great show, man. That was really good.
It was.
Yeah.
They did a nice job with that series.
They're all on YouTube. You can watch them. Yeah, they're all available.
Mr. VP.
I don't know what happened there because I could see that Cinnabon wasn't talking, so I started to put my headphones back on. But then you warned me to take them off again. So
I did warn you to take them off again.
Why? What was it? Were they discussing continuum stuff?
You don't want to know. You don't want to know. No.
No. Come on. It's safe, Mr. VP. We got it out of our system.
You guys do a great job with your Babylon 5, you and Matthew. Yeah, I do like the Babylon 5 you and Matthew do. Yeah, it's good.
Very good show. Yeah, very good stream.
I'm learning
I
new
like
stuff
how
every day.
does those watch parties.
Did he watch the episode again though? Because he was. I mean, you guys are talking over it. Did he go back and watch it again? Because there's so much to absorb. You know, like
I advised him to go back and watch it again.
Yeah,
I think he missed a bit,
right,
especially with the Raiders.
Because he was
conflating that with what was going on at Rockish 3.
Right. And so he wants to watch this fresh on the stream. He doesn't want to prepare for the show, right? Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
But he's going to have to go back and watch him again then because he's going to miss stuff.
And
if you're talking over it.
He was going to.
Okay.
And I told him he should because he really did miss a lot of the Raiders stuff.
Yeah. And it's not that he's not paying attention, but when you're doing a stream and you're talking and you're trying to be witty and you're thinking about things, you're not absorbing all the, the stuff that's happening.
Are you enjoying
And I told him that the Raiders do play into the larger narrative. And that's all I'm going to say about it. But they do play into it. So he needs to understand that aspect of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Well, before I leave, I have to ask a favor from all of you that believe in prayer. I need prayers bad. My latest blood results was extremely bad.
Oh my!
My A1C went up.
I'm sorry to hear that.
12, and my kidney functions is worse than the last blood test. But he's doing a blood test for my thyroid, see if that's what's causing it. And he's also started me on Ozempic to try to lose weight.
I know people that are on that and it works, but it kills your appetite for sure.
Oh, I don't even have an appetite right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is tough. Because, Well, Jay, we got prayers going for you. You know that. So.
Thank you, buddy.
No worries, my brother.
Man. Well, I gotta go. I gotta get up and teach Sunday school and go to church tomorrow. I love y'all all. Bye bye.
Jay, it was great seeing you.
Take care.
God bless you.
Take care, Jay. Indeed.
See you, Jay. Take care.
Yeah, please feel better,
that's a great
Jay.
guy right
I'll call
there.
you tomorrow.
Jay is one of the Jeopnerdy elite.
Indeed, he is.
When he comes on, I gotta be extra sharp. He is good. All of you are good, but he's tight. If you listen to the old episodes, I mean, he was.
Would not say I was good today.
Well, we all have our days.
Yeah. Luckily, it wasn't negative. So, as long as I'm not negative.
Hey, you got the Packlets right, Patrick. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Mr. Vice President, you were saying?
Patrick, is that a Janeway quote that I see beneath your neck?
Indeed it is.
Yeah. Flirting with the Tuvok murderer, I see. I suppose even murderers are right about some things.
She only murdered a Malon freighter. She didn't murder anybody else. She was okay. and it happened in the void. It doesn't count. It doesn't count. No one's going to know. They're going to know. What is that? Is that a melted Enterprise D? What is that?
The Pez dispenser.
Oh, is it the Pez? Okay.
It's Pez, yeah.
It's a Pez dispenser.
Oh, look at that. Okay.
It's I don't know why the Enterprise is all bent up, but
it looks like it's melted. Yeah.
Completely accurate for the show.
Yeah.
It's
very
accurate scale wise and everything else compared to the Earth.
Very.
Looking very good, but a little bit out of shape.
What flavor Pez are you consuming?
And I have I already ate it. It's orange.
The orange ones?
Okay. Shuttle.
Ooh, that's all.
I like the grape ones myself.
Shuttle. And then there's Soundwave.
Where's Soundwave?
Soundwave.
There's Soundwave. Okay.
I like the cherry ones.
With toilet paper.
I want the cherry.
Don't ask Jeff.
Starscream? That's not Starscream, is it?
No, that's Soundwave.
I'm not very good with the Transformers.
Yeah, Soundwave, Shockwave, and Soundwave are like my favorites.
It's a radio thing with his he can play tapes on it and stuff.
Yeah,
okay.
He's got tape minions.
What if you put Soundwave's tape into Teddy Ruxpin? What happens then?
But he doesn't dispense Energon cubes, which is why I'm angry.
That was just funny. I mean,
Does Teddy transform? I never had a Teddy Ruxpin. I always wanted one of those damn things. I never had one.
I didn't have one
if you've
either.
ever watched Al Gore speak, then that's Teddy Ruxpin.
That's Teddy Ruxpin. The mouth
He just
moves.
moves.
That's it.
His mouth moves. He's got a recorded speech somewhere in his chest. He just like says what he says. Well, I think that the government is good for everybody.
And I invented the internet.
That's right. He had a hand in inventing the internet.
I
That's right.
can't believe he actually said that.
Maybe he did. I don't know.
He said it and he believed it, and everybody laughed.
It's crazy. He did not invent the internet.
Did Bernie Sanders invent the internet?
Hell no.
Changing the subject, I'm so glad that Yaphet got honored with a medal.
Yep.
Well, he earned it.
Indeed, he did.
Because he's like a hero.
Indeed, he is.
Mm-hmm.
I love
Yaphet
that.
Kotto?
Like, when Gordon just kind of made up a flight move, he's like, "How about we do a double helix maneuver?" He's like, "What is that?" He's like, "I'm just making it up."
You know
That's what the
You know what classic I would really love to see on TV again would be Elf. Remember Elf?
Elf?
Yeah,
From the planet Melmac?
yeah.
I loved Alf. He was
That was a good
favorites.
show.
Like
He was the pet from Captain Archer, wasn't he?
Like when
eater of
when
cats.
He would eat Nermal.
Aw.
Well, he's trying to anyway. I loved it when the father gave him a puzzle and he's like, and the father says, "You have to put it back together." But Elf said, "But I didn't break it. Why do I have to put it together?"
You mean like a jigsaw puzzle? Yeah.
This thing doesn't work anymore. This thing doesn't work anymore. There's no apps for it
Oh, it's
anymore.
BB.
BB-8 remote control BB-8
Yeah.
doesn't work anymore.
Oh,
Well,
They don't support it anymore, but it used to be remote controlled.
Does it need batteries, maybe? Or
No,
I was just going to say,
Yeah, I like
you
that.
got to put
That's
in
cool
fresh
about it.
batteries.
No, the app doesn't work for it anymore.
the app.
Yeah,
There's a
the
charger.
apps are not updated for
There's
the
a
latest
charger.
OSs.
There's a charger right here
Yeah.
that he sits on, but the app, they don't support the app anymore that controls them on your phone.
oh, that's really sad.
He actually
Aw.
rolls around.
So he's in hibernation now, like R2D2 was.
Well,
right?
yeah,
He's
but
just
he
in
doesn't. They're not
low
going to bring
power
him
mode.
back. I spent like a couple $100 on this thing and whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really mean of the company. not to
By the way, guys.
run it up there.
Yeah, I was gonna say. By the way, guys, I wanted to show you my new avatar. Suzanne had taken a picture of our cats, both our cats. You only saw one cat before, and these are both our cats. The one on the left is Moon Pie. She's going to turn 7 years old this year in March. And then our other girl, Deja Vu's on the right, and she's 3 years old. She just turned 3 last December.
Wow.
No. Very cool.
This will be my new
They're all
avatar
black, huh?
now on both our cats.
Good,
Yeah.
good name for the second one. Deja Vu.
They're cute. They're very cute.
It's a glitch.
Oh, well, thank you, Nermal. Thank you, Mercer.
My avatar.
I think Nermal first because she was probably looking at him going, "Oh, cute, cuties, hotties." Yeah, Nermal was getting some vibes there.
My avatar is from the Far Side collection. I'll show you.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I thought I recognized it.
Let me show you exactly what it's.
Yeah.
I reversed the image, but
Yeah, it's a childhood picture of mine.
Hold on, where's my camera?
Hey, Mercer, I used to own the Far Side, one of the Far Side books.
look at
One of those. Not that one you have, but I owned another one my dad gave me.
Prehistory
Yeah,
of Far
by
Side.
Gary Larson.
What his
Yeah, it's funny as
inspiration
hell.
for why he came up with a lot of behind the scenes sort of thing,
Gary Larson.
like what he did, like some of the early drawings that he did, the first panels that he ever did. It's a great book. I also have the complete Far Side collection,
Yeah.
but I really like this image of him as a kid looking at it because there's a comic where he did God as a kid, tries to make a chicken in his room, and it looked just like this kid. You ever see that one? Where he has like an
Yes.
exploding chicken in his room?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yes. I
yeah,
remember that. Yes.
that's a great panel, and I really like that. So
It was
I
it was
also
a
have
single panel, wasn't it? I
Well, that
remember
was one of my
in the
dad's.
paper, right? It wasn't just
Yeah. Well, that was
one.
one of my dad's favorite comic
Yeah,
strips. Yeah.
I remember in Sunday on the Sunday paper would be in color, but I remember the rest of the week it was like in black and white. And
and then I have
Yes.
this as well, the complete Far Side. It's 3 books.
Oh.
It is only
Yes.
$50.
wow, for all that,
Yeah,
that's a lot.
I don't think I've
Yeah,
ever seen
dude.
all the
Far
published
Side.
panels.
That's the holy grail of the Far Side. It
Yeah,
really is.
so this
That's
is
the
Are
early
those
really
years.
hardcover? Are those
Yeah, you're
hardcover?
lucky.
no, they're
Yeah,
soft
they're
covers.
Oh,
hardcover
they're soft
books. Yeah,
covers. Okay.
they are.
Yeah,
They're soft cover. Yeah, sorry.
great stuff. One of my favorite books.
I've never seen them. Are they a cartoon of some kind?
What's the question?
I've never seen Far Side. Is it a
Oh yeah, it's
cartoon of
hilarious.
some kind?
It was in the '90s. Let me show you one.
It was a daily. It was in the newspaper. You know, you had the comics in the newspaper every day. It was a daily one, and it
Okay.
only had one panel, but it was kind of a. It was always kind of a little bit witty, a little bit quirky, maybe a social commentary. I don't know. It was interesting.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
just a one panel cartoon.
Yeah, it was
Cool.
good.
I wonder
Like,
if
look at this
Patrick.
one.
Yeah, I wonder if Patrick ever read them back there in the Netherlands. Did you ever do that, Patrick? Did you ever read the Far Side?
Nope. But then again, I never
Wow.
really
Well,
read
we
the
need
print
to
newspaper
educate you.
anyway. So
See, these are some of the panels.
Yeah, we need to educate you, my friend, my brother. We need to send you like every Far Side comic book created. Everything that Gary Larson did, man, is you'd be laughing your ass off for hours.
oh, for sure.
Yeah, see, black and white. I remember the
I'm
only ones that were color were the
serious.
Sunday
That
ones,
those
if I
things
No,
have
they
to
remember.
cover a
wear
lot
you.
of them.
Did they? Okay, because I mean, nowadays the comics are all color pretty much every day of the week if you buy a newspaper. But the olden days, you only got color on Sunday. It was black and white the rest of the week,
Yeah, I remember that.
right? And then Sunday everything was nice and bright. Oh, wow, look at that.
Cool.
That's cool. Wow, I forgot how good
You
those were.
And these are in
Yeah.
order for the
you
most
still
part.
remember that professor with Simon's cats?
Oh yeah,
Most are black and white.
most of them are. There's some in color.
Some are color. Yeah. Someday.
I tell you, some of the background atmosphere of the art that Gary Larson put out was absolutely fantastic, painstakingly detailed. I that's one of the like the roadkill. Oh my god, that's just
That's good.
I tell you, it's always funny. It's the funniest thing in the world I've ever read was Farsight.
Yeah. He's
Yeah,
my favorite.
yeah,
I
had to
think
be.
I think he was edgy and cool.
Um,
Did you know they made
Edgy.
two?
Yeah.
They made two animated Far Sides that you can watch on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, it's called Tales from the Far
Yeah,
Side 1 and Tales from the Far Side 2. I think they're on YouTube.
yeah, I have them.
They're really funny. They are
Yeah, they're
really
on YouTube. I've had them. Yep, they're awesome.
Yeah, just
They
check
bring
them
it to
out.
life.
They're really good.
I tell you a
Yeah.
cartoon that I really liked from my childhood. Did any of you kids see any of the Asterix cartoons with Obelix and Getafix and Asterix himself? They were prehistoric. Well, not prehistoric, but they were ancient Gauls fighting the Romans. Did any of you see those cartoons?
Didn't
Was
see
this on
that one.
TV or newspaper?
Doesn't ring a
Or?
bell.
Yeah, they primarily newspaper cartoons, but
Okay.
later on they did actually make some animated movies as well.
Okay. Okay, I don't remember
And
those.
the mayor of the village was a guy called Vital Statistics, and he used to worry that the world would end tomorrow, but then it was okay because tomorrow never came because it was always today. And then the sort of, I guess you could say, witch doctor, because it's it's in ancient times, the one that did potions and stuff. He was called Getafix because he get a fix.
Get it.
So yeah, and Obelix was a one of the fiercest warriors. They all had magic potions to fight the Romans, but Obelix was big and fat, and he never got any of the potion because he fell into the potion when he was a baby, so the potion never wore off. It was a really funny cartoon.
This conversation's got me thinking of those
Hey,
old
Steve?
cartoons we used to read in the newspaper. Like I remember Calvin and Hobbes. I remember Kathy,
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I
the
love that.
Lockhorns,
Beetle
Dilbert.
Bailey, Beetle
Right.
Dilbert.
Bailey,
Wait,
Hagar
didn't
the
they make
Horrible,
Calvin and
Goofy.
Hobbes?
Hagar the Horrible. Yeah.
Oh, I know what they did. Yeah, I know what they did, Omnicast.
Yeah.
There is a hilarious thing that Robot Chicken did with Calvin and Hobbes, and
Oh,
they
was it?
put Calvin in an insane asylum because they said that he was the one that was murdering people, but it was Hobbes, his tiger, who was doing stuff. Seth
I
Green
always
is
like
insane, and I mean it was just funny. I mean, just absolutely crazy.
And then
I
of
always
course you
With
like
have
those
Calvin and Hobbes.
Peanuts.
I
Yeah.
always like those
Yes.
BC
Ed Bud.
comics. They do this recurring
Yes.
every Sunday. They would do this recurring joke on BC Comics where the guy would uh, write a message on a stone
Oh,
tablet,
BC, the cavemen. Yes, I
yeah,
remember that
and
one.
then he
Yeah,
would
yeah,
throw it in the ocean, and he'd sit there and
Yeah,
wait
that's
for
a
the
good one.
people on the other side of the world to answer his message and send it back to him.
yeah.
You remember that?
Everything was Stone
Yeah.
Age. Yeah, I
Yeah, it
remember
was
that.
Stone Age. It was all in
Yeah,
the Stone Age. It was
That was a funny
brilliant.
one.
yeah.
Peanuts. I remember. What was it? The other one. Not the
Garfield.
Frost.
Garfield.
Garfield. That's the one. Yeah, Garfield.
I
Of course.
That's where I got
remember
Garfield.
that.
Norman's name from.
Lorenzo
Kudzu. Remember
Music did his
Kudzu?
voice in
Yeah.
the animated Garfield. Yes.
The Lockhorns, Kudzu,
You know what's funny about
Kathy.
Lorenzo Music, about doing his voice, is that when Ghostbusters, Real Ghostbusters series came out, Lorenzo Music did the voice of Venkman for some of the episodes, and then he was playing Bill Murray's
That's
character. And then when they made the Garfield movie, Bill
Yeah.
Murray did Garfield, who was Lorenzo Music's character.
Full circle.
Right.
I just watched that episode last night, the one with the Sandman. It's really good. You can get it on YouTube.
That
And,
is, yeah, that's really good
it's
episode.
one of
I
my
like the
favorite
one with
ones.
the headless motorcyclist, like the Ichabod Crane story.
Oh wait, I think I remember that one too.
Yeah, and I like the hole in the
That's
wall
it.
gang, where the
Okay.
bigger the hole, the bigger the
Yeah,
ghost.
good stuff.
It's just they're entertaining. Like they're. I know they're meant for children, but I'm
Well,
like,
they
these-
did research
they're
on
like-
a lot of them.
they're
They
well
actually
written.
took real lore and they turned them into episodes.
yeah,
they
like
did,
they're.
the people that wrote those episodes were like probably in their 20s, and they loved Tiamat and Murdoch. They loved
Yes,
the
sir.
lore that was actually out there, and they used that for the lore in the episodes.
Mm.
They were.
It was good.
It wasn't just like a throwaway villains all the time. There was
There was
real
some basis
legends they would
in
use.
legend. Yeah, like I mean, obviously, Dan Aykroyd was a big fan or nut with the whole world of
Yeah,
I guess
I can't
ghosts
wait for
and
the new movie. I
apparitions.
hope it's good.
Oh, I hope so too.
They're filming it
looks
right
like-
now, aren't they?
I think it's already filmed.
Is it okay?
Yeah, it's coming out next
It's-
month. There's trailers and TV spots everywhere.
The Ecto
Oh,
One.
a new Ghostbusters series.
No, it's a movie.
No,
movie.
a new movie.
It's a sequel to Afterlife, right?
Yes.
So it's not in connection to the 2016 horror.
No, it's a sequel to
No,
Afterlife.
no, no,
It's
no,
got
no.
Okay,
everybody.
okay.
No connection to that.
OG,
Thank
it's
God.
got the
Trash.
OG Ghostbusters.
That one
and
was
it's
also
got
a
the
fever
new
dream.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, right? Right, Patrick?
Indeed.
Darkens my heart. Yes, because
I think your heart
right?
was
I see.
already dark.
You ought to read more and lighten up your heart.
Reading is fundamental.
Absolutely.
Hey Don, didn't you want to have a question that in Jeopardy that like was about movie references in Star Trek, like when you see like Vader and McFly on the gravestones?
Yeah, I did that one time.
Did you put that as a question once?
Yes,
Once
I
or
did.
twice? Good
Actually,
stuff.
yeah, John, the question's been great as usual.
Yeah,
But
they've been great.
the anagrams, did you mix up the words yourself, or did you plug it into some kind of like AI thing that scrambled the words for you? I'm curious.
No, I did that myself.
Okay,
Wow.
it was good.
I
My
couldn't
brain
figure
doesn't
out
work well with
engineering. I
those.
just wasn't in the right train of thought for that.
No, but Mikey
Funny,
was.
he's not a bully at all. What are you on about?
I just wasn't in the right.
Oh,
Thank
that's
you, Mr.
awesome.
Vice President.
That's all
Well,
right.
I told Jay, but in the back.
What?
What?
Oh,
I think the satellite moved away.
I don't know. He hates Jeff for some reason. I'm not sure. He's got this vitriol.
oh, he's
toward
talking
him.
about
That's a good
Cinnabon?
word.
Who? Who? Mr.
Visited
Bunny?
lately.
Mr. Bunny.
Mr. Hecklefish Bunny?
So, Jeff, did you see Oppenheimer yet?
Bunny needs to.
Yes, I have seen it. I saw it in the theater
Mr.
back
Bunny
in
needs
July.
to just
Oh, you did. Okay. Did you like
eat
it?
his carrot.
I'm alright.
I did.
Lettuce.
What's that, Mr.
Bunny
Vice
needs
President?
I'm
You
just
didn't see
drinking
Tenet. That
the.
was the
to
one.
eat it. Sorry.
You didn't see
Go
Tenet.
ahead.
They released it in the theater again. Tenet. Just yesterday or the other day.
Oh,
Tenet.
Yeah.
It's one I haven't seen yet, so no spoilers.
Cherry
again.
Pepsi,
Yeah,
zero sugar.
I haven't seen it either, Mr. Vice President.
I said Bunny needs to take his lettuce and his carrot and his medicine.
I agree. It would help him immensely.
Yeah. Just need to coat that lettuce with some antipsychotic meds and he'll be just fine.
You tell him, Mr. Vice President.
Dude, I want to see Madam Web.
Why?
I'm kidding. Just like making a joke.
I was worried for a minute there.
He wants to say what? I didn't get that reference.
I was
Madam
joking.
Web.
I was saying, I want to see Madam Web.
What's
Swifties.
Madam Win?
It's a movie. Looks
Pepsi
terrible.
And
is the drink of
where's
Discovery
this
fans and
evidence
Swifties.
to back up your claim, Mr. Bunny?
Now, come
And
on,
it's-
Cinnabon. You picking on me now?
It's throwback Pepsi,
Gee.
right? It's not the real Pepsi. It's the
Yeah,
natural
this is
sugar.
the real,
what
the
do they
real
call it now?
sugar.
The-
Real
it's
sugar.
Real
Oops.
sugar. Yeah, AKA throwback Pepsi. Yes.
You would love New Zealand.
I have
Jeff,
zero
because
sugar.
in New Zealand, all
Yeah, the
soft,
zero sugar
all
with
fizzy
the
drinks use
cherry
real sugar.
flavor.
Well, there's one point in your favor, Mr. Vice President.
Oh no, this
Only
does
what?
not have any sugar. I
But-
can't. Not with
but-
my diabetes.
But you lost
can't.
about 1
It
million
has to have
points
zero.
with your
Like-
enterprise statements. So, you're
Right.
still in the hole by a whole bunch.
It's not my fault
Dang
you're
it.
brainwashed by Paramount to think Enterprise is a good
It-
show.
Hey,
We're gonna
it is
hang
a
that
great
on you,
show.
Steve.
It is a
I
fantastic
told
show.
you.
Four
It's not a good show.
outstanding
It's a
Yeah,
fantastic,
Enterprise is a
outstanding
fantastic show.
show.
Mikey's on a
love
stream
Scott
of consciousness.
Bakula.
Mikey's just gonna
Cinnabon.
keep talking. He's
How
gonna keep
can
talking right through.
you diss Scott Bakula? I can't understand that, Steve. Come
It's a
on.
stream of
Cinnabon.
consciousness.
Bakula was
I liked him
Cinnabon.
better before he
You
died.
don't know what science is.
There you go. He's just a bunny.
Yeah, a hecklefish bunny.
He produced
See,
it.
see, Mr. VP, here in the U.S., we have a lot of cornfields.
You know what,
see?
Omnicast?
So they use corn syrup in a lot of the sugary drinks and a lot of the food that we eat here in the U.S. because it's cheaper to produce, and it's actually sweeter by weight. You get a lot more sweetness out of it by volume.
Yeah.
But you're right; it could have some other health problems, I suppose. But yeah,
Well, Omnicast actually here in Canada everything, and I mean just about everything, is natural. There's no preservatives used in anything. So,
Yeah.
if anything, the cherries are real. I mean, that's what we drink. Like I said, I'm drinking Pepsi Cherry with no sugar, zero sugar, and there's no preservatives and none of that aspartame stuff in it. So it's like all natural. It's just what
It
it's just
must
what
have
you're drinking.
it must have artificial sweetener if it's got no sugar in it.
Omnicast, I gotta tell you, I think this new ship was put together by monkeys. Oh, she's got a fine engine, but half the doors won't open. And guess whose job it is to make it right?
Captain
Thank God
Lynch
it was
said, "Let's
just
see
a
what she's got."
dream.
We found out, didn't we?
You know what? I think Cinnabon Bunny was built by a bunch of monkeys.
Oh man.
Actually, that's a good question for you.
Ouch. I wouldn't go that
Jeff,
far.
Jeff, each
Actually,
man
that's a
hides
good.
his secret pain. It must be
Hide
Excuse
his
me?
secret pain. Let him share
It
it.
must be dragged from the darkness and forced into the light. Share your pain. Share your pain with me and gain
I
There you
strength
go.
from the sharing.
Guys, I've
I
got to
need
go
my
now.
pain.
I need my pain. I live with
Mr.
my
Vice
pain.
President.
Guys, I've got to go now. My dinner cure has arrived, but it was fun talking to you as always.
Yes,
And
as always.
hope you
Before you go, Mr. Vice President, just don't help any Decepticons until next week.
And Mr. Vice President, you are going to put on Enterprise while you eat your dinner, right?
Hell no.
Yes, you are.
Oh,
You will
wanna-
put on Enterprise.
I want to keep
These
my
are not the
dinner
episodes you're looking for.
down. I want
If you
to
don't, you
keep
might
my
regret it next
dinner
week.
down and enjoy it, not bring it back up.
We'll talk next week about the great plume of Agasauria. All right, we'll have a detailed conversation about that, Mr. VP. Okay.
Hey, we gotta get that drink. What was the name of the drink
know
that
what you should do?
enhances the experience?
Right, see
Omnicast?
you guys.
What was the name of the
See you
drink?
later,
See you
Mr. Vice
later.
President.
Take care, Mr. VP. What drink was that?
That's
What drink enhances the experience of watching the Great Plume of Agasauria? That they
Oh,
made?
what was that? I don't remember now.
It's like, I'm sure it does.
And then Phlox does the prayer, or he invokes the prayer or something, right?
No, but I love Trip's reaction
Agasauria.
when he gets the drink. He's like, I'm sure it does.
And then
And
Trip
do you
says,
remember the episode where Trip got the replicated catfish?
yes.
He's like, this ain't half bad.
You mean from the station, from Bolana Torres?
Yeah, from the
Yeah,
station.
got it. Mm-hmm.
He just takes his fork and he just starts chewing into that thing.
Goose and teal.
I mean, they couldn't come up with another. I mean, he's a Southern guy, and they had to come up with, let me get a plate of Southern deep fried catfish, like
pan
fried catfish. Yeah,
But
and
goose
pecan
and
pie.
teal, what was the drink?
Here's what I never figured out is that he's from Panama City,
Right.
Florida.
Right.
So when the weapon ripped through Florida, it didn't touch Panama City.
Well, no, he said that his sister was living somewhere in Central Florida.
Oh, really? Okay.
And his parents had moved away. They moved to Mississippi or something, right? So it just got his sister, who was living somewhere in where the laser beam, shot through Florida.
I guess they took out Disney World.
It looks like it did, actually. If you look at, kind of.
That's why Disney never bought Star Trek.
Because the Zindi blew up Disney World? Is that why?
Yeah. They're like, we're not going to buy this franchise because in canon, they freaking blew up the parks.
That's
I
a good point, Mercer.
I wanted to recommend to Steve before he left that if you want to do, if you want to get your fill of Enterprise taken care of, just grab out a couple of episodes from the series. Like do Broken Bow, then do the 2-part Zindi, then the 2-part In a Mirror Darkly, and then do These Are the Voyages.
Oh,
Yeah.
The 2-part Zindi.
There's 28
the 2-part
parts
Zindi.
of the Zindi story, or 29 parts.
It was a whole season.
More than a whole season.
Well,
I'm watching the
slightly
Zindi
more.
probe right now. I'm trying to see where it hits Florida. It hits south of Orlando. No, actually, it hits.
But the beginning of the. Okay, I'm just talking about the beginning, Jeff. The beginning of the
what's
Zindi.
interesting too real quick, is that
Well,
when they
You got to see the whole thing if you're going to watch just the first part of it.
Omnicast, tell me if
Yeah.
I'm not seeing things, but when they when the Verteron array in the 4th season hits the ocean near the Golden Gate Bridge,
Yes.
it's almost exactly the same spot that Nero's stupid weapon hits in 09.
And where the Bounty crashes in the bay, right?
Yeah,
So
it's like
I mean,
it's like a very popular spot in
it's
Star
the
Trek. That little
Bermuda
piece
Triangle of Star Trek,
water.
right? It's right there. Yeah. So this laser beam, this laser beam from the Zindi weapon, it looks like it hits just west of Lake Okeechobee, and then kind of goes down or south from there. So I think it missed Disney World. Disney World's a bit north of this
man.
from what I can
It'd be
see.
cool if they hit
Yeah.
Space Mountain first, like an inverted volcano, and Space Mountain just blew up, like and then it starts cutting through like Animal Kingdom, and it cuts through the studios.
God dang it.
And it went all the way to Venezuela, basically. That beam, it went all the way across the Caribbean. And
Did it cut through the Keys?
No, it kind of. Yeah, I guess a piece of the Keys, and it went through. It went between Jamaica and Cuba, it looks like, and then it kind of hit Trinidad, and that where hit Venezuela.
You want to know something stupid I always thought?
What's that?
In Star Trek 2009, when the young Kirk drove with the car and then it went over the cliff.
Yeah.
I always thought that cliff was where that laser beam from the Zindi weapon had carved out that trench. Never knew that it was not even the same place on Earth. But
That's actually interesting. I don't know if they have cliffs like that in Iowa. I mean, it is mountainous, I guess, a bit in Iowa, the Rocky Mountains, but
I don't believe they do.
Yeah.
They made the cliffs as quarries so that they could build starships.
Yeah. But
There's not really
I
any.
always thought that was
There are
trench.
so many stupid
But
things in
Iowa
that film.
Yeah, but Iowa doesn't have canyons like that.
Far more than the writers did.
Because Iowa's kind of a plain
the most
state.
stupid thing was it was still even
doesn't
thinking
have
it
canyons.
should be
It
canon because
doesn't have
Empire
deep
was
canyons
before.
like a Grand
The thing
Canyon
that took
type
me
of
out of
thing.
that movie, the first was like the Nokia ringtone. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
They really had the Nokia ringtone.
Touchscreen Nokia.
But back then, yeah, but in 09, Nokia was far from dead. They were far from gone, right? I mean, Blackberries were coming around.
They were dying.
One at a time. One at a time.
The only character I liked in 09 was that like weird looking alien that was sitting between Uhura and Kirk and just giving Kirk a bad expression.
Yeah.
The only character
He looked grumpy. Yeah.
Patrick?
Oh, I was just responding to Omni that Nokia was in 2009 already on his last legs.
Because BlackBerry was big back then, right? And then iPhone just came out.
iPhone was 2 years, so 2007, the first one.
The first one.
Sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
But BlackBerry was in charge at that point, though, right? In 2009.
Yeah, BlackBerry was still very big back then.
Yeah. But Nokia was still hanging on by a thread. Where I mean, they still had some phones, some Windows phones, or if I remember correctly, or some other kind of
Symbian.
Like, oh yeah,
Symbian OS.
Symbian, like wannabe smartphones. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I had Nokias back in, I guess, the year 2000, 2002.
I was a complete Nokia fan before the iPhones, of course.
Well, I mean, where are they? Are they based? Where are they based out of? Are they a Dutch? No, they're not a Dutch company. Where are they?
No.
Norway. Are they Norway or something? Or where are they?
Nokia is.
Where are they based out of?
Finnish.
Are they Finnish?
Yeah,
okay.
Finnish. Yeah,
Finland. Okay. But I mean, those phones were indestructible. I had the 5160, the 6160. I remember those phones. They were indestructible. You could not break them.
6210, 6220.
And remember the Matrix?
6310.
Remember when the Matrix came out? They had that fancy slide one.
7110.
Yeah, those were. But back then, those were incredible. This is before texting really was a big thing. Like this is before SMS. Like you used them. You used them just for phones. You used them just for talking, basically. And then you could play the Snake game on there too, and that was always fun.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember those phones that
Yeah,
were just like walkie
I am a technical. I will.
Hold on.
Like they had a commercial when Enterprise was airing. They had a commercial for them where they did the entire Romeo and Juliet play using these little phones. They're like the phones that cops use. Yeah, I love you. I love you too.
Oh,
you
the
know?
walkie-talkie ones. Yeah, right. That was
They had a
Nextel over here in
commercial
the
that
States.
aired around the
yeah, I
time.
vaguely remember that now.
Yeah, they had the commercial that aired around the time Enterprise is airing, where they did like the whole Romeo and Juliet tragedy with those phones.
Yeah. That was popular for a while, the walkie-talkie things. At least over here in the States, they were the Nextel. They were called Nextel phones back. At least that was the brand.
Yeah. Well, see, I feel technologically inferior because I know you guys all use cell phones. My wife uses our cell phone. I'm terrible with cell phones. I never grew up with a cell phone in my life. I was used to all the rotary phones and things like that, but never cell phones.
I
I
used
never caught on.
rotary.
You did? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Do you still have one, Jeff? I mean, do you still use one or no?
Yeah. Do you still have one, Jeff?
Use the pencil
I
to dial,
can't
right?
remember the last time I used a rotary phone.
Use the pencil eraser to dial it, right? Okay, let's see. 1, 7, 1. My grandma had one in her kitchen on the wall. I remember that.
Yeah, I missed that 16309 that teed out so eloquently came up with. I missed that.
Hey, John.
If you don't hear that after a few months, you're like, what?
Going back to Star Trek, John, do you have a favorite type of episode? Like you like when they find new life, or do you like interpersonal relationships, or do you like space anomalies? Like, do you like spy episodes? Like, what kind of episode do you like the most?
Well, I don't know if this counts as a type of episode in the same way that you're referring to, but I usually like the episodes that deal with some kind of moral issue where they present both sides and kind of debate the pros and cons.
All right, like kind of like what is it, Similitude?
Yeah, that's one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Tuvix might be. I haven't even seen that one, but
you're not missing much.
Tuvix.
Don't bother.
Moral dilemma. You know what's funny? Insurrection. I think Picard and the crew are wrong in that episode. I think the bad guys, before they started killing everybody, I think the bad guys had a good point. I think, why not let that planet be something that you can benefit the entire Federation by using the radiation in the rings. They were not like even part of that planet. They were not indigenous to that planet anyway.
So let me ask a question, Mercer. If Kronos was determined to have that effect, would it be okay to kick the Klingons off the planet or use the planet?
That planet, and there's a whole civilization there. We're talking about 60 people.
60 people, 100 people, 1,000 people, 1,000,000 people. Where do you draw the line?
Admiral.
How many people does
I'm
it take? It comes
just saying they didn't make a good argument. I'm just saying I don't think they made a great argument for not using the radiation to save, especially during the Dominion War when that stuff would have helped.
That's interesting.
But don't forget, they didn't know that they were not indigenous at that point.
Right. I'm just saying, like I was reading Ebert's review of that movie, and even he was.
And look at Nemesis. And we look at Nemesis. Right. In Nemesis, the Remons were being persecuted by the Romulans. They're on Remus. I mean, I think they had every right to rebel.
Yeah,
the Remons.
I agree with
every
Tom
right
that good episodes are
to rebel against the Romulans.
Have a good argument. Like the episode what was the one where the guy only lives to 60 and then they want to say, hey, your life is going to end at 60? That was a good episode.
Yeah, with Troy and the guy from MASH.
Yeah. Episodes like that even if they don't present both sides evenly, at least they're
Half a Life, I think it's called. Half a Life.
I believe so.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a good episode.
That was a good episode, actually. You're
the
right.
episode where that guy was trying to do this solar experiment, and the nanites were there. That was a good.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, Dr. Stubbs, evolution.
I
Dr.
like
Stubbs,
that one.
indeed.
That was pretty good. Even though it boiled down to a Wesley episode, it was pretty good.
Yeah. It was okay.
I've been watching season 2 of the Next Generation again, and I don't mind Wesley as much.
What was the name of the episode?
Which one? I didn't hear which one.
Oh, that one.
We haven't heard it yet.
Royale.
Subspace
Royale,
interference at the source.
Transmissions jammed at the source, sir. I want to talk to Starfleet Command.
Getting back to what you said about
And we lost
insurrection, though, I think you're right. You're making me think about it now. It's a contrived thing. Like they put a lot of emphasis on it. Picard took a real moral high ground with these people and trying to protect them. You're right. It was wartime. The Federation Council had basically voted to get rid of these people. I mean, it's like, but he took a moral stance on it. I wonder. Michael Piller wrote that movie. I wonder what the social allegory was. I mean, was it the relocation of the Native Americans? Was it
maybe the relocation of the Japanese during World War II?
But that was temporary. That was wartime. That was internment. That was not.
But they had Picard speaking about the relocation throughout history, and he never gave any examples.
I mean, the Indians is what you can think of, right? And Next Generation dealt with that already in the episode with the Traveler,
as
right?
strong as Piller wanted it to. He didn't make a strong case the way he should have if he was going to write the movie.
The stakes weren't high enough. It just seemed contrived. It was. Like,
I think he had a good idea for a story, but he didn't make his script strong enough.
All right, so like at this point too, it's an interesting point in the Dominion War is full strength right now. Right, but the Enterprise just goes into this little cloud and has this little adventure with this small planet. And but they make a whole movie out of it. It I don't know. It seemed out of place. You're right. The stakes weren't high enough.
Yeah, I like the movie. I do, but I really almost think, and I'm not saying like I'm taking sides and I'm dying on that hill, but I almost think that at least in the early stages of the movie, Admiral Zerby or whatever his name, Anthony Zerby, the guy that plays him. He was right. Like, I'm not saying that like he had the right approach or that he was, he should be trusting those guys. But
Doherty out. Yeah, it was Admiral Doherty.
Doherty. Yeah, I think he had a point.
Anthony Zerby, right?
Well, I agree with the Admiral in that the Prime Directive didn't apply in this situation. Because, like you said, that they were not native to that planet.
Yeah, exactly.
And they already knew about warp drive and all that stuff, despite their appearance.
But where do you draw the line with that? They weren't native to the planet, but how long had they been there?
300 years.
Yeah, a lot of time. Now if it was 3 months or 3 years, you might have an argument. Of 300.
Well, I don't agree that they had the right to move them. I think that was wrong.
The Federation's not in that business.
Issue.
The Federation's not in the business of relocating people like that, right? They don't usually do that. I mean,
hey, John.
Yes.
Great game as always, and Jeff did a great job. Thank you. This was the most points I've ever made in the 81 episodes you guys have put.
Congratulations.
Together with this, so I'm actually very happy that I got those good answers today.
Yeah, you were very good with the anagrams.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, John.
Well, I was just saying basically,
thank you.
I don't agree with the plan to force.
Yeah, that helps. I would have got all 5 if I did.
Well, I don't know. I mean, if the government tells me I got to move my car because there's going to be a snowstorm, I move my car because there's going to be a snowstorm tomorrow because, sure, I could park there normally, but under certain conditions, the police could block off that street because they're anticipating a snowstorm. I got to move my car.
Yeah, but you get to move it back after the storm.
Right. Well, they get to move it back after the war is over.
But the police do not cause snowstorm.
I thought the point is that procedure would make the planet uninhabitable.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, maybe, in a million years, it'll be habitable again.
Because they were going to strip mine or something. They would do something to the rings to make it uninhabitable.
To build their styrofoam sets. There's plenty of places to build the styrofoam sets that they had.
I think the
Any
point also in the movie
HQOT do we know for sure tomorrow?
What's that?
Yes,
What's that, John?
and we have a special surprise tomorrow.
Ooh.
So stay
Yay!
tuned for that.
I will.
Special
At the same
surprise.
time, right? 11
Wow.
a.m. Eastern. Yeah, 11 a.m. Eastern
That's
tomorrow.
my understanding.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
They were saying in the
You
movie
guys always
that
have great shows. Both
Hold on, Mikey. Hold on.
Thank you.
Hold on.
Go ahead,
this
John.
show and their show are
What were you gonna
great.
say, John?
He just
Yeah, they're both great. I look forward to the weekend.
but
Go
that
ahead,
crew
John.
only a few hundred people, so
Sorry.
obviously they don't take up a large portion of the planet. So I think Picard says, well, the people who want
Sorry, John.
to benefit from the effects could just go live on the planet themselves.
Mhm.
And when Dowry says they don't want to wait that long because natural exposure, the effects take a little bit of time to affect them.
Right.
So basically, it's a matter of impatience. There's nothing stopping other people from coming and settling on the planet. He says they don't want to live in the middle of the briar patch.
I just think that Pillar could have made the script stronger by actually. I think it would have been interesting to have the crew actually be wrong. Have the lesser argument, and then what's funny is that it would have made it. I think it would have made a good story.
But then what do you
stakes
do
weren't
with the
high.
crew?
Yeah.
Do you punish them for
I don't know.
acting against the orders of the admiral?
I don't know. I just think it would have been made for a meatier story than we've had on Star Trek in a long time.
Like Generations, the stakes were kind of high, right? And then the First Contact, the stakes were really high. It was the whole future of humanity. And then this seemed like a smaller, just detached, almost like a 2-part episode of Next Generation to me. They didn't really, the stakes weren't high. And Nemesis is arguably, at least the stakes are a little bit higher, I guess. That also could be argued that was more of a, I mean, it's a feature, but it's not the strongest one. But this just always felt like a 2-part episode.
And the biggest problem with Nemesis is that they decided to release it right before Two Towers came out. What were they thinking?
I don't think it would have made much of
I
a
was gonna say
difference.
the movie wasn't that great.
I mean, I like watching that film, but it's got problems.
Yeah, the tone is all off. It's just very dark and depressing, and just like they feel like the actors seem like they're
looks
asleep.
like he's falling asleep.
I was gonna say, yeah, they look like they're asleep. All of them. They're all like half dead, delivering their lines.
And the interview that Patrick Stewart gave, where he's like, "I just feel like I needed to ride. I just needed to ride." He's talking about the dune buggy scene,
and nobody cares. Yeah, the dune buggy. It's like nobody cares about it. Compare Star Trek VI, which was the original cast's final film, to Nemesis. Just compare those two. I mean, that was a proper movie. The stakes were high. There was action.
Oh, yeah.
Right. There's different alien planets and a little bit of politics and intrigue and a murder mystery. I mean, that was a really great movie. The sound score was great. Everything was great. You go to Nemesis, it just seemed smaller and just tired. It didn't have the same feeling as Star Trek VI.
Here's what I never understood is that, like, okay, so Picard has a scene where he orders, like, okay, we're gonna find the scimitar. I want all the phasers to fire at elevation 0, and then when we get a hit, we're gonna shoot some torpedoes. And he does it. And they get a hit, and the scimitar moves out of the way, and Captain Tom Hardy is like, "You're too slow, old man." Well, he's not actually firing the photon. I never figure that out. It's like, what do you mean he's too slow? He's saying the orders, like, you can't do it any faster. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just never could figure that line out. Like,
I think he's trying to say like he can't track him. Like he's so stealthy and so much more advanced that his little trick with the phaser shot is not enough. You can't get me.
It just struck me as a very strange line. I just never could figure it out.
Too slow, old man.
He's taunting Picard.
Yeah.
It was a cool effect. The way they did the shield hits, the cloaking hits, and the idea of Troy finding them was weird.
That was weird. Holding Worf's finger over the button.
That was weird.
Yeah, that was
like
strange.
one of the weirdest things in Star Trek I've ever seen.
Talk about contrived. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out if I liked it or not.
The visuals were great in that movie. I mean, they were, you
And the
know,
battle looked great.
the battle was the whole thing, the
That'll
look
look
of it,
good.
the space was kind of eerie, had that green or whatever kind of nebula in the background, the rift, whatever you want to call it. I mean, it was interesting.
Basin Rift.
But
Basin Rift,
why?
yeah.
Why did the Enterprise have this huge chasm so that Riker and the Viceroy could have this fight where you have a chasm that's
And they
bigger
were
than the
already on
turbo
deck
shaft?
29 of a 26 deck ship. What?
It's the same turbo shaft that they filmed in Star Trek V, exact
Oh, I'm
same
sure
one.
it is.
Okay.
Where is it on the ship? Is it like? Is there like
in the
Luckily,
same
he
a
said
spot.
Star Trek 5, not Discovery.
It's the sweet spot.
Note.
I think that's what I loved about Enterprise as a show. Like, yeah, I know Vice President's on here, but everything about that show feels so tactile.
Yeah.
Like, even engineering set was great. I was always wrong about this because I know that if you read the plans, I know it's totally different, but I always imagine that the engineering room is like in that part on the back of the ship and the two pipes are going out to the nacelles. Like they're just, the two
Oh, where
pipes that come
the
out of the.
Warfield governor is. Yeah.
I
You know
used
what
to
I'm
think that
talking
too.
about?
I used to think that too on Enterprise, right? I thought that was the engineering,
Yeah, that's
but it's
I
not.
still think that in my head when I watch it, but I know that's on the plans. Engineering is like somewhere near the back middle of the saucer.
Right.
But it never worked for me. Like I always think that it's back there, and when you have those pipes that come out, they're actually going all the way out to the nacelles.
And even the way they enter engineering, like it has that weird door,
The
like
small
it's a
doors,
narrow
the
door.
low doors.
Yeah,
Low doors.
Right. So you
I
thought
love
that
that
maybe it
set.
was in that other section. Yeah.
Yeah, and that set is awesome. I really that's my personal headcanon. I know I'm wrong, but that's just what I picture.
No, I thought the same thing. In fact, what is that section between the two nacelles? What was that section then? That little
The
piece of
engineering.
Enterprise.
So it's a
Well,
Warfield governor. They
is that
call
what it is? The governor.
Something to stabilize the Warfield.
Hello, governor.
Was that stated in
Yeah.
dialogue?
I believe it was Doug Drexler that explained that in some interview.
Okay.
So it's a
But
mechanism
I don't know
or
if
some
it's,
area that.
if it's in an episode.
Okay.
I don't know. I like my little headcanon, and I know it's wrong, but
I always thought the same thing too. It's funny you say that. I always thought that until I saw a schematic of the ship. I go, wait, that's not engineering, and then, yeah, it's on the saucer section somewhere. So they must pipe
At least
that
your
warp
headcanon
plasma.
is correct for the Cerritos.
and even the episode we were talking about tonight with the Osarians, where they raided the ship
Right.
and they took a bunch of antimatter or whatever.
Anomaly. The episode was
Yeah,
called.
anomaly. They showed on the graphic that it was in the saucer section. It's like, go down there and help Trip. Yeah, but I never bought it.
I thought the
That's
episode
a
of the
great
catwalk was
episode. I
pretty
love the
interesting.
percussion that Jay Chataway used. That's one of Jay
Oh.
Chataway's best episodes.
That episode, it's funny you say that. You're right. They actually used some pretty cool drum sections in that, and they never used percussion in Star Trek ever.
Yeah.
Like it's just rarely used. It's always just symphony sounding. It's not without percussion.
Badass music in that episode.
And when Archer goes flying down into the armory, he slides down that ladder, right? He goes
Well,
down.
he's good at doing that. He did that in the second episode when he's like, "Hey, how you guys doing?" He just slides down the steps.
I wonder how many takes it took for Bakula to get that.
I love that part. The other episode I was thinking of in terms of music, although it's not percussion, was the Andorian incident. Had these weird, almost alien-like violins in the score.
Yep.
To give you the Vulcan harp feel,
Yes. With
Because
Pajem.
they're on the Vulcan sanctuary.
Yes. It's kind of that flute sound again, but
Yeah,
no, you're right. Yeah, it's true.
But yeah, Fight or Flight, I think, was the episode where Archer kind of goes down the steps in like one motion. He's like, "How you guys doing?"
Oh, he does that too? Okay, that's
yeah,
the
you
one.
remember
Okay.
at the beginning when they're trying to test our torpedoes and trying to target them?
Aravic's in the chat. Hey, Aravic. He's saying...
Welcome, Aravic.
My favorite was low doors around the Defiant. Yeah, it's true.
It's interesting that on the Defiant, the turbo lifts usually go sideways because the ship is so long rather than tall. So the turbo lift naps are like sideways. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They just Jimmy crawl through the pylons to get to engineering. Huh. Well, that catwalk episode was pretty good. I thought that was an interesting premise to
Yeah.
take shelter inside of the nacelle
Yeah, that was good.
itself. And if you remember the Next Generation episode with with Deanna, where she almost jumps into the nacelle, whatever that was called. I didn't like that dark,
Eye of the
whatever that was.
Beholder.
Yeah, that's right. Eye of the Beholder. I thought that was a strange episode anyway, but they didn't seem to have the same access. Like, and that's a huge nacelle. I guess there must have been though. It just the angle was different. You're actually looking into the nacelle itself, not underneath it. The catwalk was kind of underneath the nacelle in the NX-01.
I saw a video today where they do a bit of the scale of different ships. The Enterprise D is huge.
It's
man.
massive.
That's a big ship.
Some would say it's too big. It's like oversized. Like it's out of proportion. The saucer section is out of proportion. A lot of people would argue.
Depends on the angle. I love it from most angles.
Yeah, for some angles, it's too big for the size of the body underneath it or the secondary hull. It's just a little bit too
It's a
wide.
little bit too wide.
Right?
indeed.
Yeah. And like it's nitpicky stuff, but that's
I
what
didn't
people.
think they can get any better than the original Jeffries design of the original Enterprise. They just can't get better than that. It's just perfect.
I mean, you watch those guys on Trek yards, right? Captain Foley and what's his name, Commander Cockings, right? I mean, they're in love with the motion picture Enterprise. Like that's their favorite. Well, at least Captain Foley's anyway. I'll speak for him. And they have a point.
Cocking's favorite is Voyager in Travis Glass.
Cockings is Voyager, okay, but the captain is the motion picture one, right? The refit Connie, yeah.
Connie and the original and the refit. He likes them both.
Yeah.
I love how they filmed the refit. Like it looks so real. Like it looks more real than a lot of CGI. When you see it in the dry dock, and you're looking at it from behind, and the pylons and the nacelles are just they look massive.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they filmed it to look so big, even today. Like that's the Aztec bricks, not bricks, Aztec kind of
the
tile
texturing
design.
on the hull, yeah.
It's just they made it look so big way back in the 80s.
How big was that model? Was it a 6-foot model, 8-foot model? How big was the motion picture?
It looked like it was 300 feet because it looked.
I know.
It was big. I don't know how big it was, but John, do you know?
I don't know.
I mean, they spent 15 minutes of the movie flying around it, right? When
And
Kirk and Scotty are on the shuttle.
In Insurrection, the ship looks so bad.
Really?
I think Insurrection, the ship graphics look terrible.
They went to CG with that one, but it was a primitive CG. Yeah, and the
didn't
model
like the
wasn't that
CG.
great.
There was only one CG shot I liked when they showed the holodeck ship kind of out in the foreground, and it looked really cool. That was the only shot I liked. I just didn't really. I didn't hate that movie, but it's weird.
No, you're right. It has some issues, but they got it right in Nemesis, and actually the Enterprise E model changed throughout all of the the movies. I mean, like it looked right.
Did.
And the director, what's his name? The editor guy,
Stuart Baird.
He had some choices as to how to light the interior of the ship.
Yeah.
He chose a blue lighting as opposed to a warm lighting.
Well, the LCARS displays too were all blue.
Yeah, he wanted to make it colder and a little bit more battle ready.
Put the actors more to sleep than they already were. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Picard looked so bored for most of the movie.
He looked exhausted, and I don't know why. It's not like he was. It's like I get it. If they were coming off the series and they just did 7 years straight, I could see them being tired. But I mean, they looked exhausted. They looked like, and they said they hated working for this guy, so they probably were. They were phoning it in. They weren't giving their best performance for this director, Stewart.
It's amazing if you watch the commentary track for Generations, which I recommend everyone does. They're saying, I think, and they wrote both the Generations, First Contact, and they wrote All Good Things, and they're like, All Good Things is actually better than Generations.
That's debatable. That's debatable. They're both good. But I think Generations is it's a richer story. It's bigger. Has to be,
I don't know, man. I like All Good Things a lot.
It's good. Although Endgame is better. I'm sorry for Voyager. I'm going to say it. I think Endgame is a better series finale
Then
than All Good Things.
Oh,
I
don't know.
disagree with that.
Really?
I disagree
Seriously?
with that. Yeah, seriously, I do.
All Good Things is really, really ambitious. And the only thing here's my one nitpick about all the TNG era shows. Whenever they show like a hypothetical future, the uniforms are terrible. They're all terrible. They look like
but hold on, they
have
use
very
those
high
uniforms.
waists. Like whether it's the Visitor, whether it's All Good Things,
The Visitor,
whether
yeah.
it's Janeway talking about the Borg and Endgame,
Well-
in the future, all of the future uniforms. It's so and I hate when they like only half imagine the future. It's like, in the Visitor, which is a great episode.
Yeah, it's great.
Dax is still working on the ship as Jadzia. She's still like on the defiant. I mean, they put no imagination into what would have really happened to her character in the future.
Well, those uniforms you're talking about, the future Starfleet, that was introduced in All Good Things, but they had consistency where they actually used it in other futuristic episodes
They were
like
terrible.
Endgame, like the one you said, The Visitor. What's that?
They were awful.
I didn't. I mean, they were boring. It's just black on bottom and color on top with a little outline around the shoulders, right?
And like very high waist to make them look like they were older than they were.
I guess so. I guess so.
Like
But at least they were consistent with it.
In order
I like that they use the same uniform each time. They shoot a similar time period.
Right. I thought that was interesting. I thought they were actually consistent about it. Although in the episode, what is it, Timeless? With the one where they go back in time with Geordi on the captain of the Challenger.
Yeah.
He's wearing the movie era uniform with a different communicator badge.
Yeah,
right?
It's an interesting combination. He's got the gray shouldered uniform, but he has the All Good Things com badge.
The All Good Things com badge. So that was strange, right? Yeah.
I think they all should have adopted the Picard's suede jacket that he had in Darmok. They should have all just had awesome smelly suede jackets.
That was a cool jacket, actually. That was a very cool jacket.
Everybody
The suede
hated
one.
it on the set. Everybody's like, that thing smells really bad.
What? Patrick Stewart smells or his jacket smells? Which
The
one is
jacket
it?
smells. If you
Okay.
ever smell the suede jacket, it just, yeah.
I've found an answer for your question about the model Omni.
Oh yeah,
It was 9 feet.
That's huge.
9
That's
feet
humongous.
studio model for
That's
the motion pictures.
humongous. That's why it looks so great. Yeah.
Yep.
Because the Enterprise D model was 6 feet, and the first one, the second one was actually 4 feet, but the first one was 6. That being 9 feet, the thing was monstrous.
9 feet with a pearlescent paint job.
Was more
Yeah.
detailed. The 4 feet model was more detailed.
The 4 foot had more detail, but it was less sophisticated than the 6 foot. You had to shoot it from farther away. You had to shoot it a little bit differently than the other one. But the 6 foot model of the D was so hard to shoot, like it was so heavy and humongous, and just to rig the thing was too much of work.
Mm-hmm.
Although they did break it out again for Generations. There's a couple of shots in Generations.
Oh yeah, because they separated the ship.
Well, the separate, yes, but there was also a couple of shots where they went to warp that were new shot. They weren't reused shots, although a couple of them they reused from the series, which I thought was not a good choice. Warp
They
1,
really
engage.
Kind of, like, cheaped out.
Warp 1, engage.
Although I do love on the commentary when they're talking about the new stellar cartography set, and Braga's like, "Yeah, the show we had stellar cartography on one episode. It was like a crappy set." He actually admitted it was a crappy set.
What, the one with Picard's girlfriend? Like that?
Yeah.
That's the one they're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was just a
they can't have all
reused
the lights
laboratory
off.
set. Yeah, that was Data's lab. That was the room outside the transporter room. They reused that thing for everything. That was
You
Troy's
should
office.
really watch their commentary on Generations and First Contact. It feels like they did it in one session. It's really funny.
Yeah, the commentaries are interesting.
And yet the better stellar cartography just looked like Cerebro. With stars.
And you never saw it again. You never saw that. It's just, well, I guess it crashed the ship, so it's done.
Indeed,
Yeah.
you couldn't see it again.
I couldn't. Aravic said, "I'm partial
Thanks,
to all
Troy.
good things." Yeah, right. She drove. When she drives, the ship goes crash. I'm partial towards all good things, but Endgame is second best. I don't know. I think Endgame was great. I think that's just such a good episode, though, because it's tight. Like it's just the way they put it together was interesting.
One of the problems I have with Endgame is like a lot of the emotional weight rests on the relationship between Chakotay and Seven, which I just don't buy.
Yeah.
I thought What You Leave Behind was better.
I would agree with that.
Mhm.
In fact, it rivals All Good Things, I think.
Only never liked that Cisco went into the wormhole.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't like that
That's
either.
the only part I don't like from that one. I
Cisco
know
went
why,
where?
but no. He should have remained.
And what will be the final TOS episode? Turnabout Intruder?
No,
Yes.
all our yesterdays.
Oh,
The counterclock incident.
Mr. Atos?
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, the
If
counterclock
we-
incident was a pretty good finale.
Yeah.
Well, live
Indeed.
action was the one with it was wasn't it Turnabout Intruder? No, with Janet Lester.
Yeah, that was the last
Yes.
one.
That was the last one. I mean, it wasn't meant to be a finale. Obviously, it was just
No.
the last episode filmed or just shown, I guess. And you're right. The Enterprise episode that was disappointing. Mikey wrote in the chat.
Mhm.
I don't. Did any of you watch that the Shuttle Pod show with Connor Trenier and Dominic Keating? It's on YouTube. It's like a
Some
basically
episodes I've seen.
So they talk about that when they had Jonathan Frakes was on there, and they were talking about even Jonathan's like, I can't believe this was your finale. Like we ruined your show. Like we just can't. He didn't know it was going to be the finale. Frakes was saying he thought it was just going to be like an interesting episode in the middle of the show. They didn't know it was going to be the end, and I guess they figured it out. And they're like, I can't believe that's the way it ended. They said Scott Bakula was like a puppet. Like he would be talking and then he'd go freeze frame, or it's like. It's like it's terrible. It's disrespectful to the show almost.
I think the idea was they knew that there was going to be the last televised story for a while, and they wanted to honor the whole history of Star Trek in some way.
They wanted to honor the Next Generation era. That's what they wanted to honor, not the original series so much. This is Rick Berman, right? So
True.
His era, he wanted to recognize that, and it all started with the Next Generation, which then led to DS9, Voyager, etc. It just I don't know, yeah.
I think maybe the idea could have worked as like a throwaway episode in the middle of a season somewhere.
That's what Frakes was saying.
It was terrible as the finale.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what he was saying. He goes, that's the worst. Although Connor Trenier still thinks that Trip is alive and working for Section 31.
Well, yeah, there's a book about that called.
Right?
There's a book about that I read that I personally consider canon. That goes into it. It's called All the Good That Men Do. It's really awesome.
Well, remember what we saw was a holodeck recreation or simulation. It doesn't mean it happened that way. And we know that there was a refit of the NX-01, so...
True, as we saw in Picard Season 3.
3.
That's a good point, because that episode takes place, 10 years after Season 4?
During Pegasus.
Well,
I'm talking about in Enterprise time. Like,
the simulation takes place.
I wasn't wrong, though.
I think it's 7 years after Season 4.
So it's 10 years after the launch.
Isn't it
right?
2161?
Yeah.
Should be.
Yes. 10 years after the launch, yeah.
After the launch, give or take. Okay.
Yeah.
And they're ready to retire the ship at that point, which they didn't, like you said, but they were talking about it at that point.
So I say the recreation was wrong.
Was flawed. Yeah, I'll go with that. And did you notice too? There was a big error in that episode when Troy goes in the turbo lift. When she walks out of the holodeck, and she's on the supposedly the Enterprise D. That turbo lift looks nothing like the Enterprise D turbo lifts. Looks like one from, I don't know where they got it from, but it was horrendous. It looked nothing like the D. Nothing.
I know.
I honestly don't remember. I haven't seen the episode in forever.
So she walks out of the turbo lift, says, "Okay, Riker, I'll see you later." She makes a left, and she goes into this supposed turbo lift, but it looks nothing like. And we know the Enterprise D turbo lifts. We know what they look like. We've seen them for 7 years, right? I mean, they're pretty obvious. They must have redressed one from the movies, or they got it from, I don't know where they got this thing from. The Defiant? I have no idea, but it was terrible. It was absolutely horrendous. They got the observation lounge not too bad. I mean, they got those chairs and stuff and the table.
So you know what they did for that?
What's that?
They used footage from the episode Menage a Troy to make the
10 forward
10
scene.
forward look
Yes.
populated.
Yes.
Well, supposedly Riker's in that scene twice, two
Yes.
different places.
They reused, and I did like the little touch of them calling Data over the loudspeaker.
Yeah.
And actually getting Brent Spiner to do it.
That was nice. I mean,
I thought
he had
they
already
reused dialogue.
They might have
for that.
reused the dialogue.
No, I don't think they
Oh,
did.
they did?
No,
Okay.
I think that was
I'm
Brent.
mistaken.
Because he had already acted that season anyway. He was already involved in 3 episodes that season. They just got
That's
him back
true.
to do some voiceover,
That's true.
Yeah. Just
That
like
was definitely
the whole, I don't know if it's true, but you remember I talked about them bringing back Kelsey Grammer for First Contact for one word.
Yeah, I
acknowledge-
don't know if that was really him.
I think it was. I think they brought him back just to say
one
that
word.
one word.
He doesn't need the money. He's pretty good. He's pretty okay. Say, excuse me, you want to bring me
I
back
mean,
for one
he might
word?
have done it, but he's never confirmed it. There's no screen credit for him.
Yeah. You know,
And to be honest, I've listened to that over and over and over, and I can't pick his voice out. So
And they could have used his voice from another show. They could have clipped it from something else.
maybe.
With permission, if they really wanted to, for one word.
it's a good movie though. First Contact. It's a fun movie.
Deanna got
it's
sidetracked by
great
a wormhole portal. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, though, Mikey. Yeah, I don't know. People have seen that episode. You know exactly what I'm talking about. The turbo lift looks totally wrong. And I'm surprised because they paid a lot of attention to detail in that episode. They just kind of blew it.
Speaking of turbo lifts, I'm rewatching the Next Generation, and I'm on season 2 now. But no, come on, Pat. What I'm
Spit it
seeing.
out.
Say it in your native language. Say it in Dutch. We'll
No,
understand
no,
it. Go ahead.
oh no, hell no. Have ever? Okay, starting again. Did you ever notice that there isn't even a lip or a break in the floor between, for example, the bridge and the turbo lift? Where the door.
So you mean
How is that lift supposed to travel?
You mean in the series, in the
original
Next Generation,
in the Next Generation series,
the cargo bay doors, the holodeck doors? You're talking about those big, massive doors?
No.
He's talking about the
normal turbo lifts.
Oh, the turbo lift. Oh, yes.
You
yes,
would
yes.
expect a gap, where you step into the lift.
It's seamless. It's totally seamless.
It's
You can't
seamless,
see it.
indeed.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, that's true.
And I never saw that before, but I'm now watching the Blu-ray, so
Yeah.
Upscaled, of course, redone, and now I'm
Remastered.
I gotta tell you,
That's the
Patrick,
word
you
I
gotta
was
check
looking
out.
for.
Patrick, you got to check out that Red Letter Media video because you would love it. Because they pointed out how on the Blu-ray you can notice all the flaws.
I saw the YouTube video.
Yeah,
with
isn't it great?
the black paper and such.
Yeah,
and
there's black paper everywhere.
Well, that's something that Mr. Vice President has problems with, because I'm watching the Blu-rays now on a 55-inch television. I see that crap. I never noticed it before.
The marks on the floor, I see those really the most.
But then again, I can deal with it, so that's not a problem. But the lifts that they didn't have an edge, I always found it funny.
It's odd. It's odd. You're right.
You know what's so
But
weird to me when they showed the footage of the first actress that played Janeway, and then they showed Kate Mulgrew replacing her. But they showed the footage from both
night and day.
shows. It's directed exactly the same way. The first officer guy does the same exact motion when the ship gets hit. The camera's doing exactly the same thing.
They're professionals. That's what they do, right? It's
like, couldn't they pick a different shot because it was so stupid how they made him look.
But that's what they do in Hollywood. When they shoot these shows, they do 20, 30 takes sometimes. They do the same thing over and over and over and over again from different angles, right? You got to, you got to deliver the line. You got move the camera here, deliver the line again, hit your mark over here. That's what they do. That's how it's made, right? I mean, it's
most likely there are very subtle differences, but we cannot see them.
It's a good time for me to tell you what my favorite Voyager moment in all of Voyager, my favorite single moment. I thought at first it was going to be when Cass is testing all of the 37s, and she's clearly not even acting. She just doesn't care. She's just using her tricorder salt shaker thing and doesn't care. That's funny. But my favorite, because she's not even checking them. She's just doing the motion. But my favorite moment is in The Cloud, which is my favorite episode, by the way.
Is your favorite episode?
Yeah, my favorite episode is The Cloud, right?
Okay.
And in the background, when they're on the bridge talking about it, the doctor is waving his arms to try to get their attention.
That is funny.
Yes, yeah, that is funny.
That is my absolute favorite moment in the entire show. And every time I see it, I just blow a gasket laughing because it's so funny. So yeah, that's my favorite episode of all of Voyager is The Cloud.
I mean, there are a few better episodes out there, but I guess it's all right. It's good for season 1.
I just love it because it just feels like Voyager. It feels like a good Voyager episode. It's just solid.
Yeah.
Early
Cloud Voyager.
And the one with the micro wormhole, I think it came right after The Cloud.
Oh, with the Romulan, with the Romulan from the past.
As a combo, those two just epitomize what Voyager is to me.
Like early Voyager. Yeah. Like it had a different feel to it. You're right, than the later seasons.
If I'm not mistaken, the Cloud plays a very important role in Voyager going forward because I believe it was in that episode when it was initially stated how many torpedoes they had and how they could replace them.
No way to replace them once they're gone. But of course the Borg probably gave them new torpedo technology, so I don't mind that.
Everybody 7 solved it for them.
Sideways. Like they had green fuzzy torpedoes that shot sideways from the hull. Green looking torpedoes.
I think what they need is antimatter. I don't think they need anything more than that. Because they can replicate the rest of the parts of a torpedo. They just need the antimatter. And that's where they had to trade for it, I guess. They had to get it out there. The Delta Quadrant.
That away.
It'd be cool if they went time traveling back to the NX-01, stole antimatter cylinders, and then use those for their torpedoes.
I was even saying that if they went back to, if they said they can replicate the old motion picture type, those type of torpedoes, we can't replicate the new ones, but we can replicate the old ones because they're easier. And you see those old style ones with the lights shooting out of it from 6 different directions, that.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
Starburst.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, like that flare. It has got those little, you get those little lights shooting out of them. Like the Klingon torpedoes had those too. Fired them into V'ger.
Yep.
Then she could take out the garbage in style.
Target the cargo hold. Oh man, yeah, she killed a few people, not that many. In retrospect, she didn't murder that many people. She's okay. Janeway's okay.
I'm sure the species would beg to differ.
I mean, yeah, the Malon never knew that ship could have just been declared lost, right? They wouldn't have known it was Voyager. She did blow up some Kazon, but they were they declared war on them. So
They
I
had
guess
it coming to
They
them.
were,
They had it
yeah,
coming,
they
yeah.
were asking for it.
Right. Who else did she really blow up without giving it a second thought? I mean, there really wasn't. Maybe some of the Krenim, but that never happened, right? Because all that got wiped away. Yeah.
Yeah, the big red reset button.
Time's up.
That's right. That's right. Oh man.
Well, I think I'm gonna head to.
Was that a hint for me?
to my novel that I'm writing. So I guess I will talk to you guys later.
Well, thanks for
No
joining us,
problem.
Mercer.
Absolutely.
Good to see you, Mercer.
Yes.
Thanks for playing tonight.
Thank you for having
Until
me.
next time.
And I have a good night. I got to find a job because I'm not really subbing as much anymore. So wish me luck.
Okay.
I
That
hope you
goes
find
well.
a new job, Mercer, in
Thank
short
you.
order that you'll like.
Yeah, I
We'll
hope
find
so.
something.
Maybe, you know, it's funny. I saw an ad for being a librarian, but it was at a prison. I'm like, that's kind of scary. being in a prison library would be kind of scary.
I'm surprised with the lack of teachers that you're having trouble getting work.
Well, yeah, it's a long story. Yeah, I mean, I'm still subbing, but I'm not subbing for the district I was subbing for. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll tell you all about it on Discord if you guys are on Discord.
Okay.
Cool. But anyway, I hope you guys have a good night. I'll let you know what by next time we talk, I'll have seen Dune part 1 and 2 together. Looking forward to seeing that.
Absolutely.
Hope you enjoy it.
Thanks.
Nice.
Later.
Have a good night.
Good
See you
night.
later.
Mikey wrote in the chat, the transphasic torpedoes. Who came up with that concept? That was also an end game, right? That was were future Janeway weapons, I think.
Mhm.
Right, and they were all designed to fight the Borg. A lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that armor they had was really good. That was smart. That.
So if future Janeway was wiped out, where did it come from?
It's giving me a headache.
It's a paradox.
I can't think about it. Yes.
Paradox.
But then you're right, and then that Voyager went back and it had all that future tech already in there, right? That would disrupt the timeline. I mean, she knew she was doing. She was going to disrupt the timeline. She didn't care. Admiral
As she
Janeway
said
didn't
before
care.
in the episode with Braxton, A leads to B, leads to C, leads back to A.
Oh, Braxton was a nutcase. He was a nut job. Please, that's it.
Chrono works.
Braxton. Yeah, Chrono.
This talk is about to crash.
I haven't seen that episode in a long time. I may have to go back and rewatch that one. I mean, I like Ed Begley Jr. He's actually a good actor. He is good in that episode. He's not bad. But then you watch an episode like Enterprise where they went to Carpenter Street. It's like, this is so much better of a period piece than that. They've evolved so much just in those few years. They made it much better. But
Yeah, and then the funny thing is that I didn't like that one the first time I watched it.
Carpenter Street, you didn't care for it, no?
Yeah, but later on,
It's okay.
growing up a bit.
Yeah.
It's never a really great episode to me.
I just think they handled the time travel very seamlessly. Like, it was just clean. It wasn't hokey. It wasn't like, it just happened, and they were in it. It didn't feel. It felt natural somehow. It didn't feel like it was forced. Like, all right, you go to Star Trek 4, and they're that musical montage happens, and they're walking up and down the streets of San Francisco. It's cool. It's cute and all. This was just more, all right, we're here now. Let's get my tricorder out. Let's go steal a truck. Let's take care of business. We can't be fooling around here. They had to get it done. The hell with the temporal prime directive. Yeah, that's right. another Janeway quote, right?
To hell with any prime directive.
That's right. Oh man, I'm watching Voyager again. I don't know. It doesn't. She was all right. People pick on Janeway. She was good.
She can be very entertaining to watch because she's so crazy.
Oh yeah.
She's protective over her crew, and there's only a couple of things you can point to where she was a little bit murdery. There wasn't that much in 7 years, just a little bit.
Back on the day and on the Star Trek forum, she was always referred to as Insane Way.
Insane Way. I think people picked on her because she was a woman, though, too.
Mm.
There was always a little bit of that back then, especially. Maybe not now so much, but back then that was there. It was real,
It's always been my favorite.
I think she's great. And talking about Jean, whatever her name was, Jean, whatever the first captain, Jean-Yves Bugeaud. I mean, it's night and day. It's night and day.
Oh, definitely.
Oh man.
Imagine 7 years with her. Oh.
Nope.
Nope. Glad she quit.
No.
How could they even cast her? I mean, how did they?
Maybe she did really well in the rehearsal. I mean, the what do they call it?
She was a known name in the movie world, but yeah.
So Captain Picard was supposed to be French, but he had a British accent, and this one was French Canadian, right? But was supposed to be whatever she was, Irish, I guess, or whatever. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, she wasn't supposed to be a Catherine Janeway.
Didn't they talk about using the girl that played Leah Brahms, the actress that played? Wasn't she in the mix? Susan Gibney was her name, I think.
I haven't heard that.
That I don't know.
Because she also played in DS9 episode where she played captain of the Excelsior class ship, whatever her name was.
Bentine.
Oh, the Lakota.
Lakota, right? Captain
Lakota.
Was it Bentine? Was that her name?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Pantene the Canteen.
Which is interesting because that all references to Custer's Last Stand. There was an officer named Bentine in his regiment, and there was also the Lakota Indians. So
Thank you,
must
Mikey.
have been reading that back then.
Audition. Yeah, that's the word I couldn't think of.
Audition?
Maybe she was good in the audition.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think it's explainable. Rick Berman tries to explain it. Oh, she's a phenomenal actress, and we loved her. I think they blew it. I think they made a mistake. At least they caught it early enough.
Well, sounds like she caught it because she's the one that quit.
Yeah, I guess I believe that. I was going to be cynical for a minute and say maybe they forced her to quit, but
I suppose that's possible.
But they all said she quit, so we'll stick with that story. I guess it's the same difference. And it was interesting who they were looking at for, Cisco, when they were casting him. I mean, they had a long list of African-American actors, to go through. And I'm glad they ended up with Avery Brooks, obviously. He's great.
I can live with it.
But they were looking at Yaphet Kotto. They were looking at who else? They had a whole long list of actors. Was Glover in there? I think at one point, or I don't know. There was a whole long list of actors they had lined up, but he got it. And they said he looked too much like Hawk. That's why he had to shave his beard and grow his hair back.
Yeah.
At the time.
Well, we had a good show. I think I'm going to start winding it down here.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Is there something else you want to say?
Well, thank God they reversed that by, the end of season 3. They started changing them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you mean Cisco?
Cisco, yeah.
Yeah, he looks better when he in his shaved head and his beard. He feels more comfortable with that look, I think. You could tell.
Well, I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. We had a good chat and some good games earlier. And we look forward to seeing you back next week.
Absolutely.
And as Jeff said, we have a question and track planned for tomorrow, as far as we know, right?
Question and Truck tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern time, and we have a surprise, so be there.
Oh.
Awesome.
I'm really wondering what the surprise will be. So definitely being there.
And of course, Monday night, Matthew and I will be reviewing episode 2 of season 1 of Babylon 5 with a watch party.
Yeah, that will be a rewatch party for me.
10:30 p.m. 10:30 p.m. Eastern.
They're using you.
It's been a lot of fun so far.
Even in rewatch time, they are very fun.
Yes.
They are.
So wish everyone a good night or a good day wherever you are, and we look forward to seeing you back next time.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Take care,
Join
folks.
us.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.